Okay, there you go. Alrighty, so here we go. Cat's eye. Are you ready? Absolutely! I'm so ready to show them what I've got! Just remember, caution is key. Stay sharp out there. Let's move! These accents are going to be very bad. They're going to be terrible. I apologize ahead of time. East Side, the sleepless eastern reaches of this city, glitters under its usual blanket of artificial light beneath the guise of another quiet night. As if. Eugene, watch the left flank of the building. Deploy a squad to establish perimeter in front of the venue. We can't afford to slip up tonight. Our opponents, they're not the easiest to deal with. Understood! You step to the window, brow tense, surveying the towering buildings as your arrest squad's heavy footfalls recede down the block. Moonlight threads between the surrounding towers, spilling through the gallery to rest upon the lower half of a painting sealed in glass. Silence settles around you, yet your nerves refuse to unwind. This stillness isn't peace. It's the lull before the strike, the breath before the marauder's next vicious play. Suddenly, the moonlight at your feet shivers. You snap your gaze upwards. There, clinging to the gallery's mid-level rooftop are several tall, slender silhouettes. Then, in a blink, they're gone. Amidst a frantic wail of sirens, you bark into the mic hidden at your collar. Target spotted! All units, move in! Ring! Infrared weapons live! Thermal snipers online! All access points secured and standing by! The quiet of the gallery shatters. Guards scramble to their post, rushing to intercept the three figures descending from the rafters and shield the priceless exhibits. But in the frantic lockdown that follows, a faint mechanical whir goes unnoticed overhead. A miniature aircraft glides past the distracted guards, slips between the sweeping infrared beams, and slips into the heart of the exhibition hall. Take that drone down, now! You spot the drone first, but even you are a beat too slow. Above, one of the figures gives a mocking wave. Instantly, the drone swerves into a chaotic, unpredictable path, scattering the guards below. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Boom! Smoke erupts through the hall, thick and choking. The acrid fumes sweep into every crevice, stinging eyes and twisting faces in the mask of Dude, haven't you ever heard of gas masks? Like, are gas masks part of, like, your standard operation? But the real destruction comes as the drone falls. A shower of tiny sparks rains down, and suddenly, the once proud array of surveillance cameras and automated weapons begin to twitch and spin wildly. A sharp whine pierces the air as their systems overheat. Then, one by one, they shudder and go dark. Tear gas and magnetic powder? They really did their homework. The simple particulate mask that Priscilla insisted you carry rests in your pocket, a precaution you never truly thought you'd need. Now, as the choking fog spreads, you slip it on. Around you, guards are doubling over, coughing violently, staggering into each other as they scramble blindly for the exits. Priscilla for the win. Then, through the veil of smoke, a slender figure breaks clear, moving with lethal grace. Their head is straight towards you. No, not toward you, but the painting at the center of the hall. The figure weaves through the guards' disoriented blind spots, tracing the shortest possible path to the prize. Thanks for letting me have the first piece of the Otherland Angels. The magnetic powder has silenced not just the cameras and weapons, but the entire security grid. As the protective glass is sliced away, the gallery holds its breath without any alarm sounding. The intruder's hand is inches from the canvas when you move. You lunge from the haze, fingers closing around their wrist. Not on my watch! The intruder reacts instantly, slipping from your grip with fluid ease. With a flicker of movement, they twist free by a hair's breadth and leap lightly onto a nearby display platform. Moonlight catches only their silhouette from the shins down. Their face remains shrouded in shadow, just beyond your sight. You're cornered, so what's your escape plan this time? Are you gonna cut your way through everyone, just like before? I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen again. You slowly raise your hand. A glint of silver catches the moonlight as the dark barrel of your gun levels as the figure above. Chief! Dude, don't shoot cat thieves! Like, dude! What are you doing? The smoke is thinning now. A low report crackles in your earpiece. Affected guards have been evacuated, and a fresh tactical team is in position, closing in silently, awaiting your signal. For real, right? Yeah, we're just gonna like straight up murder and out. Oh my god. This is not, Chief, this is not a good look. Not a good look, Chief. You left me with no choice. Oh, I also picked the completely wrong outfit for this event. Oh, let's see. The real question is did I level a lore appropriate team? I did not. This is fine. No, I'm not pulling for more shackles. It's terrible. Why are you trying to bankrupt me? Chat, stop telling me to pull more. There we go. I think that'll be fine. Where is she? Alright, and then... My Tetris level 40, that's fine.
I'll give you 5 seconds to flee.
She's all... yeah, this will do.
Oh, is it my turn to shine?
There we go. Cool. Your radiating presence burns the intruder's skin, forcing them into a lower stance as every cell in their body screams danger. Why is this so slow? Tension coils through the room like steel wire, pulled so taut that the slightest tremor is impossible. Then you see the intruder slowly lean forward, preparing to set down the painting. Giving up already? No way. They must be... Swish! An unexpected blast rips the silence to shreds. That was fast. Yep. The windows along the wall don't merely break. They vaporize into a storm of lethal glitter, blasted inwards with terrifying force. Your attention is instantly caught by the sheer violence of their destruction. What follows is a violation of motion, a teleport across the room. Physics abandons the figure streaking towards the window. The intruder lands on the window frame with perfect precision, and for a brief moment, a barely perceptible expression of shock betrays them. As that shock transmutes into pure focus, every movement around them seems to solidify, frozen in place. The intruder gains the rooftop, their labored breathing paced like a steady forging beat. Their focus never wavers, already shifting to the next point in their path. Their eyes in this instant are pure honed intent, a cold mechanical focus where no warmth survives. Before the panorama of night-drenched streets, the intruder steps back into open air, a leap of effortless poise. Hundreds of meters into the void, that dark shape sails as if on unseen wings, consumed by the greater dark. Then, whoops. Then the night is born by the sound of engines. Headlights stab once through the darkness before being swallowed by the woods. Huh? After them! At your command, the guards exit the gallery at once, charging in the direction the intruder disappeared. You start to follow, but a faint sound from inside the gallery stops you cold. There, on the exhibition platform the intruder used, a small and sinister rift is quietly forming. It spews a continuous stream of contaminants, all laced with the power of mania. A dimensional rift? Could this be connected to the recent incidents? No time for hesitation. You must destroy it before the rift's response spreads further. Alright, here we go. I don't know I forgot what they all do. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. After swiftly dealing with the rift, you burst outside. The advanced team is already converging on the motorcycle, leaving only the smaller rest squad you brought from the bureau standing at the ready and awaiting your command. You hold the order. Instead, you narrow your eyes at the shattered window. The paintings are displayed on the gallery's second floor. It's not a deadly drop, but no ordinary person, no matter how athletic, could descend from that height and leave not a single trace behind. Unless... Unleash the shackles! Crimson light gathers in your palm, then pulses outward in a silent wave washing over the scene. And there, etched in the aftermath of the energy, you see them. Several faint, lingering trails of a familiar power, tracing from the windowsill down to the ground, then vanishing towards a nearby park in the woods beyond. Wait, so Chief can use their shackles to see, like, mania trails now? Yeah, right, chat. Since when did we get shackle sonar? This is a very new power. Unless you are sinners. Eugene, with me, we're going after them. I think this is very far into the future of the timeline. Like, my guess is this is going to be like post BR003. Guided by the shackles, you track the fading traces of mania. You soon realize multiple intruders are on the move and they're all sinners. At one point, the trails abruptly scatter, forking into multiple divergent paths, only to merge again into one. But 5 kilometers from the gallery, the trail vanishes entirely. To release such concentrated mania in such a short time, enough to trigger resonance with a rift, these individuals must be A-class, if not S-class. Yet, for such a potent signature to vanish so completely, what exactly is going on here? For now, there's no sign of mania overflow or a resonance rift forming. But this is no victory. All we did today was chase them off. All this scattered wreckage is not a sign of their retreat, it's a warning. They will come back. And next time, they'll be more ruthless, more meticulous. We can't afford to be careless. After the chaos of the night, dawn breaks fully over the city. Around you, civilians begin to trickle onto the streets, curious but cautious. They linger at cafe tables, pretending to read newspapers or sip drinks, all while stealing furtive glances in your direction. Proceeding like this would only risk alerting the targets. With a wave of your hand, you dismiss the arrest squad, sending them home to rest except for Eugene. Poor Eugene. Eugene gets to, everybody else gets to go home, but not Eugene. Yeah. After everyone leaves, you nod towards an elegant cafe nearby and offer to buy him a cup. You've earned this coffee. The whole bureau's been burning the midnight oil on this investigation. Sorry you've had to chase so many dead ends because of all that misinformation. Don't mention it, Chief. As for those vicious criminals terrorizing the city, we finally have hard evidence from the scene. They're not just some phantom thieves, they're sinners. So, it's all part of the job. Maybe once this is all wrapped up... Oh no! It's the clown music again! Here comes the clown music! Once this is all wrapped up... Eugene suddenly falls silent, his gaze shifting away. You instinctively follow his line of sight into the distance. Oh, I see! I see! Eugene, I'm not sure if Eugene wants us to play matchmaker or if he wants the day off to go on a date with Win. Both is a good answer. All right, where are we going first? Do this one. Let's work our way around. You push open the door that looks like a basement entrance and step inside, your eyes catching on patches of peeling plaster. Outside, the sleek glass and steel of... Oh, that got cut off. Let's see. Outside, the sleek glass and steel of surrounding office buildings gleam in the sun, making this place feel all the more worn and forgotten. So, this is your home base. You bet! It's our city arrest team's brand new temporary HQ. We picked it up so we can be first on the scene, no matter where the trouble pops up. Wynn stands with her hands on her hips, beaming proudly as if showing off a prize. Can't say it looks especially welcoming. Well, as they say, the best place to hide is in plain sight. It might not look like much, Chief, but from here we've got a clean sight line to most of the major galleries in East Side. Exactly! The shabbier it looks, like totally condemned, the less the Marauders will suspect a thing. It's tactical camouflage. You know, that actually makes sense. Oh, and there's one more super important perk. How important could it be, you wonder silently? After a mission, we can swing by the new cafe called Cat's Eye for some nice coffee. Nice coffee, huh? Okay, that's pretty important. I like how Chief is in agreement that good coffee is very important. Okay, lots of chatting. Hold on a second. Did you guys hear? Apparently something is happening in East Side again. Like what? Everything gets sorted out within 3 days anyway, and even if 3 isn't enough, nothing ever takes more than 4. Okay, I see. That is... Yep. This is absolutely a shade at, like, event timeline. Yep. No! This has nothing to do with those ghosts and monsters. I heard this from one of my patients. Apparently, there's something called the Marauders in East Side, and they go after anything valuable. That's nothing. I even voted during the whole Grey Mirror thing back in the day. Stealing stuff doesn't really make headlines in East City. Wow. Oh hey, look who's here, a veteran. Oh hey, look who's here, a veteran. Echo. Oh hey, look who's here, a veteran. Let's see. Come on, stop talking so I can read. By the way, how does your patient know so much about this? We haven't heard a peep over here. The thief broke into his house. He caught them red-handed trying to take a painting his grandfather left him, and the two of them got into a fight right then and there. So I take it your patient won the fight? Otherwise you wouldn't have anyone to hear the story. He won, and he lost. What? What's that supposed to mean? Let's see. Come on. Basically, he barely pinned the thief down before the accomplices downstairs heard the commotion and came rushing up. Some of them didn't even look human. Huh? And he survived that? Your patient must be real tough. He contacted the Public Security Bureau beforehand. They should have before those guys could finish him off, so he barely made it out alive. You call those people thieves? They have zero professional standards. That's just straight up robbery! So the East Side Art Museum incident was also their doing? I heard alarms going off over there before I went to bed last night. It was quite the commotion. Most likely. Did the Public Security Bureau not catch them this time either? Ballsy. They're basically grinding the Public Security Bureau face into the dirt. Those sheriffs are going to have their bonuses docked at zero at this rate. Docked to zero at this rate. If they fail again, they'll probably have to call in that gray-clad demon or whatever. That's us! Do these thieves have any distinguishing features? Why do you need to know so much? The story's got nothing to do with us. Well, I mean, I got a few paintings at home too. Fine. He said it was a group of people wearing masks and apparently some of them had plaid shirts on. If you ask me, don't flaunt your stuff and nothing will happen. Anyway, my shift's over. Gonna head back and sleep. Thank you. Bye. Hello, welcome to the stream. You close the East Side Forum chat. Rubbing your brows, you mentally sort through the intelligence of the artwork thieves gathered over the next few days. First, the Marauders operate as a group, one that recently infiltrated Eastside with clear specific objectives. They only target rare artworks. Second, hello, welcome to the stream. Second, their methods are exceptionally violent, far from the theatrical flair typically associated with phantom thieves. More critically, the Marauders are highly skilled and will resort to force without hesitation. Something doesn't fit. You recall the brief confrontation yesterday at the museum. The figures' demeanors and movements were nothing like the brutish enforcers described in the intelligence report. Unless the thief recognized you and was deliberately performing. Enough! Best to leave this to the specialist. You shake your head, unlock the terminal, and send quick messages to a few contacts. And a few contacts meaning... Public East Side Security Bureau. A Class A arrest warrant. Case number EPSB W83401. Threat level, critical. Target info, codename, Marauders. Identity, suspected sinner. Unit size, 3 to 4 individuals. Case report. Recently, a series of malicious break-ins targeting private collections and public art galleries has occurred in the city. The suspects constitute an organized group that plans thefts and robberies targeting rare artworks and antique paintings. Unlike ordinary thieves, this group is suspected to include sinners amongst its members. During their operations, they have repeatedly inflicted serious injuries on security personnel and innocent civilians, rendering the nature of their crimes exceptionally severe. Suspect profile. Physical description. All members wear masks or simple face coverings during operations. According to eyewitnesses, some members are dressed in tactical gear or dark clothing. Linguistic profile. Speaks Dacian with noticeable difficulty. Bounty notice. A public bounty is hereby offered for the aforementioned criminal group. Any individual who provides actionable intelligence leading to the location of the suspects will be rewarded with 50,000 disc coins and awarded the East Side Honorary Citizen Medal. This sounds like a job for Corin. 50,000 disc coins? Maybe. Maybe. A few people sit in the nearby empty cafe, dressed in formal suits with serious expressions. The first to speak is a man wearing a green apron over his suit. Alright, gentlemen, I've gathered everybody here today because our KPIs have hit rock bottom. Look around. This place used to be our strategic stronghold. Now it's as empty as a haunted house. Should we really be having this talk out in the open? Shouldn't we find a meeting room somewhere? More KPIs. Are the ducks trying to like send us a subliminal message? Forget it, Tasco. A meeting room only have one fewer person than this. I'm not moving. And Buck, drop the corporate jargon. It's irritating. Sitting by the window, you can't shake the feeling you're intruding. You only came to unwind, maybe sort through some files, but the scene unfolding is clearly more It's clearly more compelling than paperwork. You steal a glance at the chart projected on the wall, its trajectory plunging straight down like a waterfall. Wow. Check this quarter's data. After that cafe called Cat's Eye opened in Eastside, last week's foot traffic was negative. Negative? Even our own beep staff slacked off to get coffee there. They said the baristas don't just make great coffee, they share tips too. And here we are serving authentic brew. It's a disgrace. Young people have no appreciation for quality these days. This isn't about appreciation, it's theft. Every time they drop a new drink, I lose half my platinum members. A cafe that looks like a syndicate hideout? Not surprising that you're struggling. Bullshit! It's called professional atmosphere. You're one to talk, Buck. Your coffee tastes like dishwater. Dishwater? People used to line up for it. At least my shop has stable Wi-Fi. And you, Tasco, don't think I forgot about you. You know what they call your place? The perfect study spot for people who browse their terminals, even in libraries. Wow. This guy's really suffering. Fuck you, Buck! I didn't even say anything yet. Tasco, who was enjoying the show from the sidelines, didn't expect his attempts to stir the pot to land him squarely in the crossfire. With a sharp crack, his palm meets the tabletop, and just like that, he's in the fray. Any last shred of the owner's composure unravels, vanishing into the heated air. I have a suggestion. Given the dire situation, why don't you all work together? The air hangs still for a few seconds. The three owners stare at you, as if you just dropped from another planet, then trade a look of utter bewilderment. That's a fair point. Yeah. But here's the question. Who's going to be in charge? Chief, you shit stirrer! Me, of course! Three hands strike the table in unison. After a quick, sharp exchange of glances, they plunge headlong back into heated, clashing debate. You release a quiet sigh. Bringing rival business owners to truly see eye to eye will take more than a meeting. It will take time. Well, I guess it's time to go check out the Cat's Eye Cafe. Since when there was a cafe here, though? Chief, what a coincidence! Didn't expect to see you here. From the intersection up ahead, a young girl came skipping toward you, calling out a bright greeting. Win? What brings you out here? You know, the whole bureau's been working overtime for the recent Marauder cases. Then I got a field assignment, and it just happened to be around here. Didn't expect to run into you two wrapping up. So how'd it go? Any leads? Wynn rattles on without pause, her gaze blinking from you to the speechless Eugene at your side. Ah! Well, these things happen, right? No luck this time, but there's always next! Hello! In a deliberate attempt to lighten the mood, Wynn scratches her cheek and exaggerates her tone before nudging Eugene with her elbow. Yeah, well, we'll catch 'em. Since we've run into each other, why don't you join us for some coffee, Wynn? Oh, you're treating, Chief? Count me in! So you won't say no this time, right? Eugene's ears flush red the moment he catches your teasing look. He nods, nonetheless, and falls in. Aww! So cute. Oh, poor boy is so cute. Push open the cafe door. Oh my. Oh, customers this early? Welcome! Thanks. Good morning. Welcome to Cat's Eye. As the door opens, a soft aroma of coffee wafts through the air. Behind a stylish yet cozy counter, 3 stunning women welcome you with warm smiles. Come, have a seat. We've got lots of coffees to choose from. Take your time. If you have a preferred bean or flavor, just let me know. We'll do our best to match it. If you're interested, our signature pancakes pair wonderfully with coffee. I don't know who's talking, so they're all just gonna use the same voice. Okay, thank you for having us. After a long, intense night of pursuit, stepping into the cafe feels like entering another world. The sweet, rich aroma of coffee wraps around you. As the 3 enthusiastic staff members welcome you warmly, the knots of tension in your shoulders begin to loosen. Wynn and Eugene are ushered into seats beside you, their gazes immediately lifting to the menu board, scanning its slightly crooked handwriting with open curiosity. I'm not picky about beans. Something with a strong roast, please, and an extra shot. I'll have a latte. Mornings calls for something milky. I'll have the same as Chief. Eugene is so shy. The same as Chief? With a forward brow aimed at Eugene, Wynn leans in close to whisper. Chief's coffee is so bitter. You'd have to be eating candies and sadistic explosion to balance it out. You really sure about this? Poor Wynn. Poor Eugene. Apparently, Chief drinks really dark roast to the point that it's basically burnt. That's the only thing I can say about that as a coffee aficionado. Whoops. Chief, this cafe offers different beverages depending on the time of day. The highlighted sections on the dial are the time periods currently available for selection. Alright, what do we got? Beverages from each time period provides different combat buffs. Let's begin with something refreshing. Please select this time slot. Alright. Let's see. Allow me to explain the next steps. During each time period, the cafe offers 4 beverages, but not every sinner enjoys the same drink. Sinners who like the selected beverage will receive significantly enhanced combat buffs in the next battle. Sinners who dislike the beverage will not receive any combat buffs in the next battle. Sinners not on either list will receive the standard buffs. Chiefs, you can view each sinner's buff status during the deployment phase by checking the tags beside their avatars. All available beverages and each sinner's taste preference can be reviewed in the beverage menu. Tap drink beverage to proceed into battle. During the battle preparations, you can adjust your buffs by tapping the beverage buff button. After winning a battle, Chief, you may use time rewind to reselect the stages and buffs for another challenge. let's see. What am I drinking? Let's see. So I'm running cat's eye, right? Okay, so let's see. I and Brewery. Okay, so they like Outland flavors. They also like Istia flavors. Syndicate. So they'll drink anything. Okay, cool. Well, let's see, what are we drinking? Black coffee. Coffee is black to your soul. Eastern tea latte. Bubble tea. No, it's in the morning, so we should have something a little bit more caffeinated. Petra will drink black coffee. But Pris feels like a girly drink girl. Yep. Alright, you know what? Sorry, Priscilla. I'm just gonna do black coffee. Fight! Otherland Angels. No one knows why the thieves who appeared out of nowhere targeted this one painting specifically. What? They're just like throwing us straight into a fight? Okay. Die, die, die. Oh.
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Chimes up.
さあ、ついてこれる？
There we go. And that's how you do it. Having cleared the remaining statues from the previous gallery incident, you open your terminal to check the latest notifications. Shocking! 3 phantom thieves infiltrated the city's most secure gallery without a trace. Original or forgery? The fierce debate between the breathtaking masterpiece Otherland Angels rages on. Despite a joint security operation by the Public Security Bureau and the NBCC, the notorious marauders still pull off the heist, reports confirm. Why did they target only the Otherland Angels despite the formidable security? Now that's the real question. Trending number 1. Who exactly are these artwork phantom thieves? Trending number 5. Hey, Fox and Rabbit, you still around? Care to make a comeback? Let's see. So did I miss something? Like, we went to the coffee shop, drank some coffee, Wynn made fun of our coffee, and then what? Suddenly we're cleaning up? Yeah, I feel like I missed something. Okay, so I'll have to go back in just a bit, see if I can redo it. The notorious serial phantom thieves, Otherland Angels. These have been all over the news and trending topics lately. Getting in and out of such a heavily secured scene without leaving a trace or causing any casualties. It's been a while since Eastside had news this interesting. Interesting. When did they first show up? Let me think. If I recall correctly, it was... Move! They're getting away! Team 1, left flank! Team 2, right! Cut them off! Don't let them escape with that painting! Late at night on the city's outskirts near a factory exhibition hall, the red and blue lights of 2 police squadrons flashed urgently. Sirens pierced the darkness while the vehicles gave desperate chase to 3 figures racing ahead. In 800 meters, cliff ahead. We jump on my mark. Understood. As the police close the distance, the three sisters wrench their throttles tighter, waiting with bated breath for the perfect moment to act. 3, 2, 1. Now! The instant the countdown ended, the three sisters launched their motorcycles over the cliff's edge. In one fluid motion, they sprang from their bikes midair. Propelled by the fiery blast from their cycles erupting below, they soared into waiting hand gliders and rode the thermal updraft towards their far-off goal. Left behind, the stranded officers could merely stamp the ground in furious helplessness. Oh, okay. Hey, Hitomi, come on, open it up, let me see. Back inside the Cat's Eye Cafe, having changed from her catsuit, Kasugi Ai eagerly beckoned to her sisters, urging them to hold their newly acquired painting under the light. Don't rush, we have all the time in the world. With a careful motion, Kisugi Rui unfolded the soft velvet swaddling the painting, unveiling an exquisite and heartwarming scene. To the sisters, every visible brushstroke seemed to radiate the artist's profound love. It depicted 3 lovely, elegant angels, their faces beaming with contentment and joy as they gathered around a small, glittering pile of gems. Three angels and their treasure. This must be how Dad saw us. Sorry, I can't do it, Est. I can't. I'm trying, and it's really hard. I'm trying! Another painting, reclaimed, meant the sisters were now a step closer to finding their father. Huddled together, they gazed at the piece with tear-filled eyes. 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops. Their warm, joyful tears fell quietly, but on the floor beneath their feet, each drop formed a strange, spreading ripple. I like how, Hitomi's just dressed in this soft butch outfit. The rings spread slowly, persistently. Then, with no warning, the ripple ripped apart in a yawning chasm and devoured the entire cafe. There was no time to react, only an immediate total plunge into darkness. Rui! Hitomi! To me! Ah, that was the wrong voice. Ah! What's going on? That's no, chat. That's wrong. That is wrong. It was S's idea for the French. An inexplicable, boundless power from the eerie abyss dragged the sisters downward. As they were pulled deeper, the painting in Kisugi Hitomi's hands, the source of their joyful tears, began to fracture, webs of cracks spreading across its surface. No! The painting! It's being torn apart! The moment the darkness consumed them, the cracks multiplied across the painting's surface. Kisugi Hitomi made a desperate, grasping reach, but it was too late. The 3 angels, once so peacefully nestled, were already torn apart violently. No! Don't! Helpless, 3 sisters watched the cherished painting splintered into 3 separate pieces before their eyes. Alright, there's no way to go back, is there? Other than to just reset. Or wait, what is this time rewind? Oh no, I can't do that. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to replay that one part I skipped. Later. Simulation device. A special device capable of simulating crime scenarios. Do they really like this? Did they really do it like this? Wait, no, that's not it. Maybe it'll sort of a quick whoosh over there? It still doesn't look right. Inside the temporary command HQ, you find Win wearing the device like VR goggles. Her head bobs and sways as she manipulates a holographic control panel floating before her. Win. Whoa! At the sound of your voice, Win jumps in surprise. Steve? When did you? I didn't hear you come in. Let me reset the view. Whoa, my head's spinning. She fumbles to tap the device on her head. With a soft beep, the holographic screen dissolves. You stare at the odd contraption in Win's hands, wondering what it could be. What is this? It just arrived. Called the Scenario Sync Simulator. How did the manual put it? Right! It can compile all of our intel, surveillance clips, and witness accounts into a replayable scene. And if you put this on, you can experience exactly what happened. Probably yet another creation from one of NBCC's resident geniuses. I was trying to recreate how those phantom thieves broke into the gallery. But my moves are way off. Triggered the alarm so many times, my ears are still buzzing. You should try it, Chief. You'll totally nail it. Eagerly, Win passes you the device and you turn it over in your hands. Its exterior is generic, nearly identical to any household VR set on the market. No. In this case, the NBCC resident geniuses would probably be somebody like Eureka or Summer. Maybe not more. Could be more, but I can see this being more of a... Yeah, I can see Tetra being involved. Appearances can be deceiving, you think. And with that silent rationale, you place it on your head as she watches, barely containing her anticipation. Chief? Hey, can you hear me? Excitement now tinges her voice, striking a sharp contrast with the dazed confusion of just a moment ago. Let me walk you through the controls real quick. It's actually super simple. Just tap an adjacent walkable grid to move. Reach the endpoint and you'll clear the sim. Oh, right, and stay out of the monster's sight during the simulation. And once it spots you, it'll count as a failure and you'll be sent back to the start. Doop. Oh, this is easy. Training mode. Chief, watch out for that monster with the painting frame. It's on a fixed route. Try staying behind it so it doesn't see you. Chief, these monsters look around, but you can use platforms and railings to break their line of sight. Make sure to utilize the terrain. Come on. Whoop. There you go. Scenario sync complete. The moment you obtain the treasure in the simulation, the light displayed before your eyes flickers gently, then fades to black. Once the infiltration route has been fully replicated, a number of inconsistencies emerge. So that's how they got in. What about further in? Can we keep simulating? You pull off the headset. Win is right beside you, practically bouncing with excitement. We can, but you should take a break first. The manual says not to run simulations back to back. Prolonged use could strain your eyes. It's rather hard on the eyes. After a few strained blinks to clear the dryness, you record the key details and upload the data to the cloud. Well, here we go. Hey, you free? Got a mission. Oh, what's this? Even the mighty chief has things you can't handle? It's not my area of expertise. It's a mission to crack down on counterfeits. Counterfeits? You're not sending me to work as quality inspector on an assembly line, are you? I guess you could say that? I mean, except the subject of this inspection is the art thief who recently appeared in Eastside. So you spent all that time talking, and the mission is just to catch a phantom thief copycat? A small correction. It's a copycat that Priscilla and I are investigating together. If you don't come along, she'll probably take all the credit. She's interested in something like this? Alright, count me in. Without me to keep an eye on things, she'll probably turn a perfect infiltration into a total mess. And I'll have to use my ability to restore the scene afterwards. Then, let's meet up at the shopping district tomorrow. I've already taken care of your paperwork for your leave. Got it. Don't be late. I'm gonna have to work on that one. Let's see. Hey, are you there? Auto reply. Hello, I'm asleep right now. Only the chief's compliments can wake me up. Someone's challenging your authority as a phantom thief. Let's see. A field mission would be fine. Tetra and I are both going. Who dares challenge me? Is someone tarnishing the good name of the righteous thieves again? Get ready. Meet me at the Eastside Shopping District tomorrow. Roger that. Hey, hold on. Where's my compliment? The mask came in handy, right? That worked, but you'll only get compliments after you finish the meeting. After you finish the mission. Priscilla's already gone. Have you heard of those marauders? They're causing a big stir in Eastside lately. Do you recognize any of these people? They do look familiar. Go on. This one here looks familiar. I brought them to the Public Security Bureau once about a year ago. Because of theft? Because of robbery. My options! My options! What are these options? Robbery only gets you 1 year? And is there something wrong with this city's laws? What the hell? What the fuck? Chief is such a cop. Robbery only gets you 1 year? Because it didn't even count as attempted robbery, to be honest. He was trying to make a small profit off of bank robbery and ended up getting knocked out cold by the blast from the explosives. When the sheriffs and I got there, he was still lying in the rubble, talking in his sleep. So this person is a sinner. Not sure. At least he wasn't back then. Earlier I viewed some surveillance footage that wasn't tampered with. Doesn't look like the ones who got away from you. Doesn't look like the ones who got away from you were the working with the people in those photos. Their whole vibe is completely different for one. On a serious note, I didn't sense any mania from these people. Hear me out. What if those people just don't know how to use their sinner powers yet? Do you hear yourself right now? I'm just gonna ask around some more. Don't forget my payment. I'll bring a box of blueberry tarts at the bureau tomorrow. I like how Jane gets paid in Pop-Tarts. Yeah, but she gets paid in Pop-Tarts for tips. Oh god. Any progress on what I mentioned before? Of course. Who do you think I am? It's just in-value calculations. Doesn't even take 3 minutes. Then why did you request 3 days for this mission? A genius high schooler is still a human? A girl needs her rest, you know? Enough chit chat, get to the point. Bye. See you later. Ugh, you're no fun. I was hoping to slack off a bit longer. In short, your hunch was right, Chief. That was indeed an in-value fluctuation in Eastside, but the magnitude was way too small to raise any alarms. Yeah. Summer's like a kid genius. She's like 16 or 17 at most. Like, her dream is to have a normal high school graduation. How many days ago was this? 11 days ago. Although I did find something interesting. Want to hear it, Chief? If you're asking for research funding, forget it. Ugh. Chief, you're so mean. A genius high schooler ranks in plenty for patents alone. Why would I ever need research funding? You really don't want to give me anything at all? Fine, that's fine, but it's going to come out of your quota next year. Yee, no take backs. Okay, here's what I found. I also found that the in-value fluctuates whenever there's an art exhibition in Eastside. It happened 3 times so far, and the fluctuation amplitude has increased each time. Did a sinner cause the in fluctuation? Let's see. Rather than a sinner, it seemed more like an object-carrying mania. The readings were fixed at one point and didn't show any movement. I think I understand. Being all mysterious like that. Are you hiding something fun from me, Chief? I'll tell you when I get back. I've already asked Nightingale to process your research funding. Yay! The Marauders suspected sinners your shackles cannot detect, and the sudden spike in in-value across Eastside. Moreover, the in-value fluctuates every time an art exhibition is held. Could this mean that both the suspected sinners and the Marauders are after a mania-contaminated item in the exhibition? One that they believe is key to their goal? Where is Enfer when you need her? If so, you need to see it for yourself. Like, seriously, like, wouldn't Enfer and McQueen be, like, perfect for this mission? Especially McQueen? Just saying. Just saying. Exactly, right? Oh god, bye. Missed the tickets, sold out in seconds, site crashed. None of that is a problem. Whitestone Industries guarantees for any ticket, anywhere, we are your solution. Want to see the Otherland Angels? With our lightning fast service, your ticket is assured from the moment you call. Contact us now at 01650-56807. 01650-56807. You can try. You can try calling that number. How's everything on your end these days? Could be better. Ever since those stalkers showed up, we've been pulling double shifts non-stop. Really? That's serious? Any idea when it'll let up? Not until they catch him, I guess. I feel for you, man. Guess I'll check out the Otherland Angels by myself then. If you go, you might just spot me on patrol there. Well, then I hope I don't. I'd rather not have my art time turn into a crime scene. Alright, time to visit the Mania, Corruptors, Sinners. Oh my. When they opened their eyes again, the world was spinning. With great effort, the 3 sisters pushed their impossibly heavy bodies up, sitting slowly until their minds could catch up and steady themselves. Their surroundings came into focus. The familiar ceiling, the familiar counter, the familiar aroma of coffee filling the air. However... Oh, wait, this place? Leaning on each other for strength, the three sisters staggered towards the floor-to-ceiling window. A flood of blinding sunlight made them wince and raise their arms in defense. As their eyes adjusted, they took in the view. Everything, the people, the cityscape, the streets, looked precisely like the world they remembered, but it felt profoundly wrong. The east side looks like Tokyo, is what I'm hearing. Good to know. Astonishment locked them in place, quickly smothered by a tide of dread. That same vertigo and pain, the terrible signature of the abyss, seized them once again without a warning. How is this possible? What happened? Kisugi Ruri rubbed her temples and took a deep breath to calm herself. We're still alive, for now at least. A small mercy, all things considered. Steadying her own nerves first, the eldest sister opened her arms to her younger siblings. The two younger sisters rushed into her embrace in silence, throwing their arms around her and burying their faces in her chest. I'm trying to get Frenchier, chat. That was the assignment. I'm trying. We just need to think calmly. As long as we have each other, we can handle anything. The magic of her words immediately soothed their panicked hearts. Wow, she's really mommy coded. Suddenly, Kisugi Ai rubbed her nose, her expression sharpening with an idea. She hurried towards the computer on the first floor. Okay, since we've established that Rui is also French, this is what we're gonna do. This is a computer! I'll find out where we are! Gathered beside the computer desk. It's really funny too because her dad's German. So if anything, they should have a German accent instead of a French accent. No. They can be Swiss, where they have German, French, and Italian accents. And the Roman. I can't do Romesh. I cannot do Romesh, chat. That one is beyond me. And gathered beside the computer desk, the three sisters all wore grave, troubled expressions. Even Kisugi Ai, usually the most optimistic, found herself frowning deeply. According to the information we just found, we're in a place called this city. And our cafe is located in East Side? Huh! And further west, there's a place called Syndicate. It felt like I've heard that name somewhere before. But the why? Why were we brought here? No one had an answer. In the heavy silence, Kisugi Ai clicked back to the homepage. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard, typing half-formed queries only to delete them, lost for a starting point. At that moment, ooh, I like the little typey in the background. At that moment, Kisugi Hitomi pointed to a link marked in red below the input field and gestured for her little sister to open it. Here, try this one. The link led to a news compilation page. A new browser window sprang open, dominated by the image of a gleaming, monumental structure, flanked by a gray-haired man. The Great Expo successfully held. Chief of the Munoz Bureau of Crisis Control led sinners to attend. Humanity will triumph over mania! Black rings and sinners can artificially be created! With each scroll, another strange term surfaced. Kisugi Ai began listing them, frantically opening new tabs in search for definitions. Yet, the more they investigated, the darker their faces grew. A chilling truth settled over them. This world was saturated with the recorded atrocities of beings called sinners. Let me get this straight. This world has a power called mania. It twists people into these, powered individuals called sinners? And look at this part! This power is inherently unstable. Exceeding a critical threshold may become a... corruptor? What is that? Something that has lost all control, I'd imagine. Kisugi Rui pointed to an entry detailing the formation, threatening and threat of black rings. No consciousness, highly aggressive, drawn to living flesh, consumption? So these black rings are zones full of these things? My god, how do people live here? It seems the police here bear tremendous responsibility for the safety of all humanity. If that's the case, maybe this power is why we're here? At least one of the reasons? Yeah, after all, that's the core difference between this world and ours. Sorry. I can't do it. I apologize sincerely to chat and to everybody watching this after it goes live. And so I am not a trained voice actor. I'm just doing voices for laughs. I apologize for anybody who is offended by my phony, fake, terrible accents. I've had enough. I just want to go home now, Rui. I can't believe we actually got sent to another world, just like in an anime. With a frustrated sigh, Kisugi Ai dropped her head onto the desk. As she did, her puffed out cheeks pressed a key, accidentally scrolling to a new headline. Viral sensation, Otherland Angels sells for record price. Exhibition scheduled for next week. Which is the true painting not from this world. And the featured image of the article... It was the exact painting that had fractured into pieces before their eyes. Look, it's our painting. Our painting made it through. We had to get it back. Kisugi Riga's fingers reached out and traced the familiar painting on the screen. With a firm nod, she confirmed her choice. Yes, the piece of Otherland Angels. With all three of us here, we will reclaim them. We will find every piece. Find the way home. My accent is terrible and all over the place. It's just meandering around stereotypes of what Americans think other countries sound like. When recovering the paintings, not only do you need to outwit the sheriffs, but you also need to watch out for pigs being passed off as the real deal. Late at night, the 5th Avenue, East Side. Several figures appeared on the rooftop of the exhibition center. The center had become the eye of a storm thanks to the paradoxical headline, a painting not from this world, which alone had sent the public into a frenzy. The real catalyst, however, was a calling card from a notorious criminal group declaring their intent to steal it. The public was in uproar, terrified that these blood-chilling sinners had turned into mere thrill-seekers. Yet the gallery owner paid no heed to the calling card, instead using it for publicity to attract even more visitors. I mean, one of them is a catalyst. Ho ho ho. The man even boasted to the press, "Let them try! My system is impenetrable!" You know, Fox and Rabbit, even if those washed-up legends crawled out of retirement, they wouldn't get past my lobby. Wow, that sounds like a challenge to Pris and Tetra. They are probably super offended. Recalling the man's smug face from the news, Kisugi Ai rolled her eyes. A guy like that? Can he really take care of these precious artworks? The three sisters secured their ropes and slipped through a rooftop ventilation shaft. It wasn't long before they emerged outside the exhibition hall. Their view inside revealed multiple encrypted doors and a blatantly visible infrared security grid, a sight that drew a wry smile from each of them. This is your part. Can you handle it? Oh, that was bad. Leave it to me. I checked everything out when I came to visit earlier. There were way too many people back then. I wanted to see the painting, but I couldn't even squeeze through the crowd. But hey, it gave me the perfect chance to know all the cameras and security devices. Kisugi Ai cracked all three encryption layers the moment the words were spoken. The door swung open with a heavy thunk. You've gotten much faster, Ai. I don't know what it is lately. I've just been on fire. Kisugi Rui gave Ai an affectionate pat on the head, then slipped into the exhibition hall to Kisugi. I like how they're just like, Kisugi Rui, Kisugi Hitomi, Kisugi Ai. We can't just use their names. We have to use their full God-given names. I know, it's so inconsistent, right? Ready, girls? Let's do this! It was apparent that the curator had either ignored the calling card or vastly overestimated his defenses. Methodically, Kisugi Rui and Hitomi disabled the cameras with targeted jammers. Next, leveraging Kisugi Ai's external connection, they rewrote the infrared security protocols, turning the lethal grids into inert, touchable decorations. It worked, Harry! You're amazing! Of course! I've got everything covered! But just to be on the safe side, I didn't touch the main terminal here, so the two devices closest to the painting are still active. Hitomi, be careful. Oh, that's too much effort. I am too bad at this. Kisugi Rui handed her younger sister a hair tie. Hitomi then swept her beautiful, long black hair up with Rui looking on. Either! Leave this to me! The infrared beams grew denser the nearer she got to the painting, but Hitomi moved with remarkable agility, sweeping past the steering lines of the fence with flawless precision. After landing in the center, she even flashed a quick victory sign to her sisters outside. However, the moment she got a clear look at the painting itself, I like how we don't actually get to see the painting. Several days ago, the JDux Exhibition Center on the 5th Avenue received a calling card from the notorious serial offender known as Cat's Eye. The gallery owner remained supremely confident that Cat's Eye could never breach the security and steal the Otherland Angels. But today, the JDux Exhibition Center discovered clear signs of intrusion, all leading to the display of the Otherland Angels. While it is already clear that the security protecting the masterpiece Otherland Angels has been breached. The culprit left without taking the painting. Upon re-examination, the piece was confirmed to be a forgery. Following news of this cat's eye incident, the number of people claiming to own the real Otherland Angels continues to grow. The three sisters were left puzzled by the unexpected public reaction. Either way, we need to learn more about this world before deciding our next move. We should focus on major exhibitions and reputable galleries first. Those private collectors making the loudest claims right now probably don't have the real thing. Yeah, most of them are just like that exhibition center's curator, opportunists looking to profit. Anyway, let's start sorting through the leads. On the television, Chief looks so frail when they stand like that, especially compared to the Kisugi sisters. I'm just saying, they look so frail. On the television, the news report continued. The camera panned across the exhibition hall, catching a gray-haired man as he stepped into the corner of the frame and flashed a badge at the police. Is that person with the police? Doesn't really look like an officer. Oh, this is so cute. Stop chatting. Come on. Stop chatting so I can read. You free today? I am. Want to go to the playground together after work? Can't. I can only play on my phone. I'm stuck here. Is it still because of the Marauders? They haven't made a move in days. Can't help it. Gotta be ready for anything. Oh, okay. Then how about we play Project Dark together? Getting on. Oh, that's so cute too. Her little icon is basically crying Lynn. So cute. When thieves meet one another. Ooh. In the dark alley, a man's body goes rigid before breaking into uncontrollable convulsions. Hey boss, you alright? That's it. That's the spot. I can feel it. It's right there. My nose never lies. These people, they've got what we missed last time. I can smell it on them. You sure, boss? They just look like three regular ladies. Doesn't exactly scream loaded. Don't you doubt the nose of the Marauder? That painting they're carrying, it's scent. It's cleaner, purer than anything I've ever caught before. That's the one. Dude, this guy sounds really pervy. Like, just the way, his lines are written. So, same plan as always? We wait until they get closer to the alley. Then we move. Keep it quiet, folks. If this goes sideways, that one in gray will come for us. Originally, they were all short-term inmates at the Eastside Public Security's Detention Center. They had each been locked up for theft for varying degrees, and with such common ground, they quickly became sworn brothers. On the eve of their release, one of them suddenly awakened as a sinner. Hey, come quick! Look at boss! He's chewing on something! Everyone rushed over and discovered their boss, his eyes wild, gnawing frantically at a Public Security Bureau propaganda poster as if... Dude, that's weird. That's really weird. As if possessed. Not enough! I need more! This isn't cutting it! Quick! Find me paintings! I'll make you all rich! Number 2 rushed over and grabbed Boss's shoulders, trying to steady him. Across the room, the rest of the underlings exchanged bewildered glances. What do we do? Getting him a painting to chew on? Otherwise, before we're out, they'll transfer straight to NBCC. Yeah, I guess that's our only move for now. After leaving the detention center, the group began plotting their next moves. Boss's ability isn't particularly powerful, but for thieves it's invaluable. He senses any famous painting within a 1 kilometer radius. This human radar, who also fights with the powerhouse of a sinner, is why the gang thrives. They pull off heist after heist, making fortunes fencing stolen goods and slip away right under the public security bureau's nose. Yet, the drawbacks of his ability is equally clear. It creates in him a craving for famous paintings. The more valuable the piece, the harder it is to suppress the hunger. Exactly as is happening now. Does Mania have an Instagram setting? Maybe. Possible. He cast aside the promise to his underlings, the torment of his hunger now irresistible. In a sudden feral lunge, he blocks the path of the 3 Kisugi sisters as they stroll through the evening streets of East Side. Give me the painting! And this really feels like the wrong outfit for this. We're gonna have to change.
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Okay.
さあついてこれる？
Whoops.
じゃーん。
I don't even know what I'm doing. Uh-oh.
順調ね。計画通りに進んでる
Uh-oh.
わ。
No! Wait, restart.
順調ね。
Slow
計画
down.
通りに進んでる
I
わ。
don't know what I'm doing. Two X speed. I can manage 2x speed. No, Rui, come back.
順調ね。計画通りに進ん
There
で
we
る
go.
わ。
じゃーん。僕の発明見せてあげる。
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
さあついてこれる？さあついてこれる？
Come on. You got this.
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Oh!
じゃーん。僕の発明見せてあげる。さあついてこれる？
There we go. There we go. The confrontation is brief. Though not sinners, the Kisuge sisters dismantle the thieves' attacks with flawless coordination, making quick work of them. Realizing they are utterly outmatched, number 3 screeches the car to the curb and frantically whisks the others away. Hiromi, that still counts as self-defense, right? I'd say so. This area really isn't safe after all. Oh yeah, Rui, what were we talking about again before all that? Why is it called them Zamaradas? Right! They must be those terrifying looking sinners, all savage and bloodthirsty. Roar! She's so cute. Your imagination is as wild as ever. Chatting casually, the 3 sisters leave the alley. It is a story they will likely never hear, the true origin of the Marauders and their name. Boss, you really gotta get those bleeding gums checked. Every time you eat a painting, your mouth ends up a mess. It's, kind of unsettling. Like hell I will. Your face ain't on the wanted posters. Mine is. Ugh, I need that painting. I missed it last time at the gallery. This time, I'm getting it for sure. I heard they're selling mania weapons on the black market. Get my hands on one of those and no one's stopping me. How about we aim for something else, boss? This is way too risky. Can't we just lift the usual stuff and fence it? The underling looked uneasy. That painting! That smell! I smell it every time I close my eyes. I want to eat it. I want to eat it so bad! Boss, it's a painting, not food. Painting is food. Painting is life. I know you're all scared. Scared of NBCC. Scared of that one in gray. Scared of going back behind the bars. But I'm even more scared. Scared I'll never catch that scent again. The crew stares, stunned. They had never seen the boss this unhinged. A tense silence hangs until number 4 breaks it, stepping forward. Boss, mania weapons, that's not for people like us. Touch one and it's a death sentence. A death sentence? Then so be it! If I can eat that painting, it'll be worth it. Next time, I'll... Enough! Boss! Snap out of it! Number 2 can't hold back. He steps forward and seizes the boss by the shoulder. But as he presses down, an icy shock shoots through his palm. His heart plummets. This is no longer human skin. Oh no! He's turned into a corruptor! Oh no! That poor guy. Dude's just like, I want to eat a painting! And he turned into a corruptor. Huh. I like how so Chief is just like, oh yeah, you are tired because you are overworked and you slump into a chair. And Kisugi Rui's like, oh, she's so calm and soothing. And then Hitomi's like, yeah, her pancakes are good. Oh, I forgot it. Oh no. Okay, let's see. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me honest, chat. Yeah, okay. She can, yep. And then Tetra, and then Win. Dude, what is this? For some reason, she appears particularly attentive to Chief and Eugene's mission schedule. Aww. Poor Eugene, he's depressed again. Eastside Public Security Class A arrest warrant. Case number EPSBW83507. Threat level, medium. Target, codename, Cat's Eye. Identity, unsuspected sinner. Unit size, 3 individuals. Case report. Recently, a series of break-ins targeting public art museums has occurred in the city. The suspects are part of an organized crime that planned the theft of the renowned painting Otherland Angels. Unlike ordinary thieves, this group demonstrates highly specialized capabilities. They can bypass or disable multiple security systems within an extremely short time frame, and complete their infiltration without triggering standard alarms. Suspect profile. Physical description. All members wear tactical form-fitting suits during operations. They exhibit high agility, but their body types show noticeable variation. Behavior profile. Acquisition of standard valuables does not appear to be the suspect's primary objective. Bounty notice. A public bounty is hereby offered for the aforementioned criminal group. Any individual who prove actionable intelligence leading to the location of the suspects will be rewarded with 30,000 disc coins and awarded the Eastside Honorary Citizen. Wow, really? They're only worth 30,000? Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're not causing harm, but still, only 30,000 feels cheap. You study the arrest warrant in your hands and give a dry, humorless laugh. It's so easy thing being an East Side sheriff nowadays. The Marauders go quiet, and 2 days later, the Cat's Eye surfaces. With every new Otherland Angels exhibition, East Side's M value ticks upwards in a steady, noticeable creep. Fortunately, everything is progressing just as you expected. You'll have to watch that cafe more closely, of course. Not just for the coffee, though it's good.
Oh my.
You watch it, because that's where the rising in value begins. Whoa! Been ages since I hit up East Side, and this place is totally different now. I could have sworn this whole trip was doll shops. How do they all become bookstores? And here I am thinking I can buy some limited toys. That's because you remembered wrong, you silly rabbit. The doll street is over there. Tetra throws up a hand, gesturing with mild exasperation towards the opposite end of the street. Yeah, right? Like, the two of them just dressed up as Phantom Thieves in the middle of the street. They're totally inconspicuous. Cosplay as the Phantom Thieves? Oh. Oh, you're totally right. Thanks, you sly fox. We can pick this up later. We've arrived. Before the operation begins, you'll be observing the central gallery from this location, along with any activity from Cat's Eye. Oh, so that's where our target calls themselves? Cat's Eye? Not a bad ring to it. What's our move window? Tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. Here are their dossiers. You can take a look. Shortly after the two take the files, an eerie, low chuckle escapes Tetra. You've been quite busy, haven't you, little kittens? What's going on with her? Oh, she probably spotted something interesting in there. She used to get this mid-heist all the time back in the day. Just give her a minute. She'll come back to us. Tetra, what the fuck? What the fuck, Tetra? You're right, Tetra on the hunt. Meanwhile, Pris is like, yeah, this is normal. Just ignore her. That's fine. Oh. Thank you. What's going on with the Central Gallery? Are they just leaving money on the table? Everywhere else is racing to put on shows. Why is it they're the only ones shutting down? No clue. Maybe they're worried about getting hit. Honestly, with all the buzz around the Otherland Angels right now, they'd clean up if they just stayed open. A security issue, hire more guards. Simple enough. Whoa, check this out. The Central Gallery just posted on their official accounts. They're displaying the original Otherland Angels tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.? Whoa, wait, really? Dead serious. Look for yourself if you don't believe it. With all the galleries out there, none dare to claim they had the real thing. Now that's what you call an established gallery. You want to try and go tomorrow night? Do you really think we can get tickets? Never mind. Let's just watch the streams. Hey, hopefully Thalia will be there. You hear about last night? Something happened over at the warehouse. Something happened? Let me guess. Somebody nodded off on shift again. Nah, the guy said he saw something. Like what? Don't tell me it's ghosts. What is this, the old days? He thought the same, but last night around midnight, he was watching the floor and he spotted a shadow standing between the racks. A shadow? It looked like a person, but it moved way too fast. 1 second it was there, the next, whoosh, right past him. And then what happened? Then he heard 3 knocks. Thud, thud, thud. It wasn't like someone knocking on the door. It wasn't like something falling. More like responding to something. Did he turn around? Yeah. So the moment he turned, the thing was already standing behind him. Did he see the face? No. What happened after that? Can't remember. Blacked out. Woke up sitting in the security room, lights on, door shut. And when he went back to check this morning, nothing missing. Tell me that's not creepy. Yeah, that's a bit creepy. That's a lot creepy. Sinners, I guess we need to be careful of ourselves. Fast forward. Dodge, jump, dodge, jump over. You can do it. Take back the painting. Take it back. Sitting by the counter, Kisugi Hitomi stares at her hands. The leap she made in the gallery a few days ago appears to be a flawless escape from a tight spot, yet she knows with absolute certainty that the distance was impossible for her alone. That surge of power, that sudden heightening of her agility in a crisis. What is it? And the sensation of her heart plummeting. Sinners. The power of mania. And that person is the chief who oversees all the sinners. From the moment they arrived, the keywords Kisugi I pull from the news have stayed with them. Yes, adrenaline. She recalls the principle. This force can tap into a person's dormant potential, bestowing of capabilities they never had. Given that, the fact that she shattered her own limits must mean. Is everything alright, Hitomi? Rui's voice pulls Hitomi out of her thoughts. Catching her sister's worried look, Hitomi brushes it off with a wave. Kisugi Rui's eyes drift to the collection room and she considers for a moment. You're right to be wary, Hitomi. But with no other leads at the moment, we follow this trail for now. So, I've been wondering about it myself. Kisugi Rui takes a seat next to her sister, giving her arm a comforting pat. I can feel it too. A kind of stirring within me. A new power. It's a power I don't easily notice, but Hitomi, you're the most agile amongst us, and your instincts has always been the sharpest. I'm sure you can feel it, right? Kisugi Hitomi's smile is her admission. Her older sister sees right through her, so she simply nods. I should have known, Rui. You see through everything. You even saw what I've been worrying about. This power, it flares up whenever we're near that person, the chief, almost as if the chief's influencing us somehow. Perhaps this world is governed by this power, and by that person. That's why I've been thinking, simply gathering the pieces of the Otherland Angels might not be enough. It's true. We still know so little about him, and about this world, but... Kisugi Rui walks to the counter, brews a cup of coffee, and slides it over to Kisugi Hitomi. They know just as little about us. Let us use that to gather intel and retrieve all the paintings. Warm, fragrant steam rises from the coffee, softening the air and soothing their nerves. In the quiet of their whispered planning, the door chime suddenly cuts through. A customer has arrived. Welcome. Hi there, sorry to drop in. In the doorway stands a familiar girl in uniform, and just behind her, peeking out, is the cafe's younger sister, Kisugi Ai. Rui, Hitomi, look who I found! With cheerful greetings to the sisters, Kisugi, I, and the girls step aside, swinging the door right open for the people behind them. Oh, come on, don't just stand there! Win seizes Eugene, pulls him inside to stand beside her, and waves to the person trailing behind. Chief, come on in! Enter the cafe. I was hoping for another cup. Been thinking about it these days. You scratch your cheek sheepish and accept Win and Kisugi's eyes invitation. I like how there's very clearly a dynamic happening here. Or a comparison happening with like Win and I guess he's Homie and Eugene and Chief and Ruri. Right? Like there's... My. When we said we looked forward to meeting again, I didn't expect it to be quite this soon. With quiet composure, Kisugi Hitomi stands up and hands you the paper menu. The same as last time? I take it you're all in the area on business again. You accept the menu, skim through the options, and tap your finger at the oat latte. Something like that, though it's not as urgent as last time. The leads we spent all night chasing ran cold around here, so I thought I'd come back today to see if I could find anything. Your sister spotted us and kindly extended an invitation. Freshly aproned, Kisugi Ai approaches the counter. She catches the words, props her chin thoughtfully in her hand, and leans forward with a knowing, cheeky grin, her gaze settling on all three of you. Sure did! It felt like fate, so I dragged everyone over for a break. Kisugi Ai winks at her two older sisters, her smug expression practically shouting, I nailed it, right? She's so cute. Both older sisters pick up on her little scheme at once. Behind your back, Kisugi Hitomi returns a quiet thumbs up. I'm glad she did. The coffee here is amazing. Smells wonderful and tastes even better. So I'd love another cup. You pass the menu to Eugene and Win, adding casually. Besides, keeping coffee this good safe is practically part of the job. Is that a pickup line? Chief isn't that smooth, right? Oh. Sounds like things are a little complicated this time. Some things are better not to ask. Kisugi Hitomi, at Ai's side, tussles her little sister's hair before turning an apologetic glance your way. That's alright. Actually, I was about to bring it up with you anyway. Huh? With us? The three sisters exchange startled glances, their heads tilting in quiet bewilderment. The Other Alien Angels. You've heard of that painting, right? Don. It's quite a sensation lately. With all of the news and ads, it'd be hard not to know. Then you've probably also heard that the so-called Marauders have it in their sights. They've pulled off several heists already, each time slipping through tight security. Just recently, they made off with an original piece. You take the coffee, drink from it, and look over at the rim at the sisters across from you. To be honest, if that were all, it wouldn't necessarily be our concern. The problem is, these thieves might be dangerous sinners, the kind who wouldn't hesitate to take a life. Kisugi Hitomi's face grows serious, her demeanor shifting abruptly. Masking the change, she slides a plate of freshly baked cookies across onto the table between you and Win. That's terrible. But aren't sinners fairly common these days? They are, but a sinner's abilities are tied closely to their state of mind. If that mind isn't stable, their power can easily resonate with a black... Dude! There are no more black rings in... Well, actually, no, there's still two. There's still the big one. And technically, there's still BR003? Maybe? You mean... If these vicious thieves continue unchecked, their actions could very well plunge the city into darkness. Besides, there have been several minor black rings near East Side acting up recently. It has been This sounds like bullshit. This sounds like bullshit. Chief is absolutely bullshitting here. Yeah, you're right, chat. Yeah. Hi, welcome to the stream. So, for now, please just be careful when you're out. And since your cafe sees a lot of people, let me know immediately if you notice anything unusual. Reaching into your coat pocket, you pull out a piece of paper the size of a flyer and hand it over to the sisters. This is the local Public Security Bureau's hotline. It'd be good to scan the QR code here too. Don't worry, it's nothing invasive. It's just a precaution. Helps prevent scams and can reach us even without a signal in an emergency. Is this Bailly's? Is this Bailly's QR code? They give him Bailly's QR code to Whitestone? Surely not. Surely. The three sisters nod. You'll have our word. We'll certainly be cautious. With a guardian like you watching over the city, we believe it will remain safe from the darkness. Guardian, huh? The work never really ends. But thank you for the excellent coffee. Let's go, Win, Eugene. I like how Win's icon is just him with gun drawn. Like Eugene's. Eugene just walks everywhere with his gun drawn. Like, bro, put it away. Like, put it away, bro. What is this, America? Win downs the last of her drink in a quick sip and nudges Eugene. Huh? Oh, and best of luck with your business. Between monitoring Black Ring activity and setting up the new exhibition at the Central Gallery to drop those criminals, I'm afraid we really gotta be going. Apologies for the haste. You're too kind. We're honored. Take care, Win. Do your best. Huh? Oh yes! I'll do everything I can to help Chief and Eugene. As you guide your team to the exit, you continue chatting calmly with Win and Eugene. Your tone steady. Chief has gotten better at acting. Yeah, Chief has gotten much better at acting. Yeah, more yeah, basically. I mean, Chief literally planned his own kidnapping after he was only 2 weeks old, fresh out of the jar. So you know. Yep. Try not to worry. We have additional support guarding the exhibition this time. After all, even they are keen to meet the phantom thief known as Cat's Eye in person. Dun dun dun! Amateurs watch for entertainment. Professionals watch for technique. Inside the tactical briefing room, a screen glows with dense flashing data streams that frame 3 indistinct screenshots. Off to one side, Priscilla flicks a dagger in the air, catching it as her eyes shift from the display to the figure typing intently. So, Sly Fox, cracked it yet? We're the legendary Phantom Robbers after all. No way we're letting these guys show us up. I think we can afford to be a bit more confident in ourselves. With the final keystroke entered, Tetra takes the cup of water her partner offers. Let's wait for the chief. Bellafor's data has already been analyzed. Upon reaching the meeting room, you see Priscilla and Tetra mid-conversation on tactical plans. As you walk in, Tetra scrolls the projected document back to its first page. Chief, let's begin. Okay. Data streams cascade across the screen. With a sweep of her laser pointer, Tetra begins the briefing. Based on gathered intelligence, this Phantom Thief group operates with 3 members, each fulfilling a distinct role. One handles field operations, another provides technical support, gadgets, machinery, system overrides, and the third manages cleanup and operational oversight. Our analysis suggests that the last also acts as mission control. To penetrate such high security systems repeatedly, their coordination must rival you. Chief is laying it on thick. Like, thick. Yeah. Correct. From a data standpoint, their synchronization rate is remarkably high, nearly flawless in execution. Tetra pulls up several datasets and displays them before you. Any vulnerabilities? Oh, there are. Priscilla cues up a series of images and video clips. In tandem, Tetra retrieves a separate dataset. We initially suspected these sinners might be copycats or affiliates of the Marauders from before, but after examining scene traces with Priscilla... Oh, yeah, that theory no longer holds. Their methods differ, and there's no intention to harm at all. So the goal isn't money, it's the painting alone, and identifying forgeries means they've seen the original. As the video starts, the figures are immediately visible. Despite the blurry quality, their reaction speeds and leaping abilities clearly surpass anything humanly possible. But that's the extent of it. Meania enhances the body. They should have awakened unusual abilities by now, but these 3 only use theirs for evasion and retreat. Their offense and recon rely mostly on homemade tech, so... If they're confirmed sinners, Chief, once we engage them on our terms, with our abilities and the information advantage, I'm sure we could wrap this up clean. Priscilla lifts her chin, wearing a proud, self-satisfied smile as she raises her hand to Tetra. After a brief acknowledging nod to you, Tetra turns and taps her palm lightly against Priscilla's. Hello, or is this... Oh, welcome back! I like the high five. I don't doubt your chemistry. It is every bit a match for theirs. But this operations objective isn't to take them down. In fact, we should be helping them. Helping them? What's the catch? You point to another screen displaying a set of data readings that are constantly spiking. Over the past few days, activity levels of dimensional rifts have been rising steadily. In fact, it spiked sharply 2 weeks ago, dropped, and now it's climbing again. So you're suspecting they passed through the dimensional rift from a different world? Given that these phantom thieves are unfamiliar with their own powers, unlike those ruthless criminals, it's plausible. But what if they simply haven't mastered their abilities yet, and are dangerous at heart? During prior engagements, they could have used brute force to neutralize us. But they didn't. You can even see they actively avoided conflict. Put it that way, they don't just seem like your average bad guys. Makes me even more curious to meet them. Anyway, I don't want this operation turning into a spectacle. The goal is to bring them home safely without disturbing either side. If you didn't want this turning into a spectacle, dude, you totally hired the wrong pair of thieves. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just leave it to us, Chief. Dun, dun, dun. Night lights gleam softly against the marble floor. All around, sculptures and display cases hold their silent vigil. The air here thicker, more solemn than the previous gallery. Chief? Hey, can you hear me? Your eyes are still scanning the area when Wynn's voice cuts in, right on cue. Okay, you're in. This is the Eastside Museum of Humanities. But, heads up, their security system's way tighter than the last place. A slight lift of your head triggers a transparent interface to snap open. A new floor plan and objective markers appear before you. Just stick to what worked last time and you'll do great. You nod and steer the Phantom Thief's body carefully forward. Oh boy. Chief, she can hack the device and lower the rails in your way. That way, nothing will obstruct your path ahead. Oh, Chief, there's an elevator here. You can take it to reach the next area. Here we go. Oh shit. There we go, there we go, there we go. The boring part. Stay away from the light. Okay, let's see. Oh. I really like the city pop jazz thing they've got going on that they play for Cat's Eye. It's so good. No, don't go. Oh, phew. Almost let go of my click. That would have been bad. But yeah, give me more city pop, man. Oh no, what is this clown music? Why is the return of the clown music going on? You know, honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me if this place got robbed. Why is that? Wynn seems to catch her own poor word choice and quickly backpedals. Oh, no. I mean, a lot of the items here aren't being maintained properly. It's just, how do I put it? Total paperwork only vibes. We just checked earlier and their exhibition management is, kind of sloppy. She clears her throat and earnestly produces several images. I know, right? See these display labels? Some are hanging off and nobody's fixed them. And their patrol logs? Theoretically, different staff check each hall every hour. But some shifts just say 1 a.m. check, 2 a.m. check, 3 a.m. check. The same handwriting every time. One person clearly filled the whole thing out. She spreads her hands, arriving at her own conclusion. I mean, sure, not just anyone can waltz into a gallery, but with security this lazy, any decent thief would be tempted. And so you call the Public Security Bureau without another word. Upon connection, you request strict supervision of the Eastside Museum of Humanities security protocols and daily exhibit management. For real. Like, wow. We get anything new? Oh, new messages for Priscilla. A member of the Phantom Robber duo, Fox and Rabbit, codenamed Rabbit. In this operation, she joins as a special investigative assistant, partnering once again with her friend Tetra to piece together clues from the faintest traces. Friend, quote unquote. For reasons not entirely clear to her, facing these mysterious thieves who target renowned paintings stirs a distinct sense of rivalry within her heart. A member of the Phantom Robber duo, Fox and Rabbit, codenamed Fox. She occasionally bickers with Priscilla, codenamed Rabbit, yet the two are in fact deeply trusted partners. Throughout the investigation, she keenly observes that the mysterious thieves do not operate alone, but are a group comprising multiple members with distinct roles. So bored. I'm so bored. Why isn't it 7:30 yet? Come on, stop talking. There we go. Where are my little kitty cats? Do they get scared after seeing the base of security? No way. They'll definitely come. How can you be so sure? Intuition. Really? I feel like your intuition has never been right, Sly Fox. And catching a silly rabbit like you proves it's accurate enough. Hey! That doesn't count. I was tired back then. I was going easy on you. Oh. Is that so? Is that why someone who had only been awakened for 5 minutes subdued you? Blah, blah, blah. I can't hear you, Sly Fox. Yeah, I like how... Literally, it took her 5 minutes to become a sinner and then capture Priscilla. Amazing. Amazing. She is that gay. She is that gay. Evening, 7:50 p.m. Central Gallery. Corridor, all clear. Over. Main hall, all clear. Over. Back area, all clear. Over. In preparation for the upcoming exhibition of famous paintings, the Central Gallery has mobilized over 80% of its own staff and coordinated with the Public Security Bureau to maintain order and protect the works. Magnetic shielding is in place on all equipment, with select areas reinforced by tactical arms. The space around the Otherland Angels has been emptied of all other art. The stage is set, every precaution taken against the Phantom Thieves, who are not just expected, but awaited. Uniformed patrols walk the halls, while plainclothes operatives watch silently from within the crowd. Chief, will this be enough to take on Cat's Eye? I wish I could guarantee that. Cat's Eye is exceptionally skilled. I trust my team completely, but there are always variables. A long line of people has already wound its way around the entrance. It's no wonder. The Central Gallery only displays certified, priceless masterpieces. Topping the social feeds is the Otherland Angels. Visitors don't just want to see it. They need that selfie for the grid. What? They need that selfie for the grid? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, Instagram grid maybe. And then there's the real draw. The slim chance of witnessing the Phantom Thief group Cat's Eye pull off the heist live. Catching that on video will make anyone's East Side's overnight sensation. No surprise then that the crowd keeps growing. Where's Thalia when you need her? Distagram. There you go. Yeah. Somebody got it. So many people. So many people! Amid the crowd, a small head pops up glancing around. Rui, he told me. Do we really need to adjust the plan? No. If anything, this crowd is perfect cover. There are at least 10 officers at the exits, with many more mingling in the crowd. So, it seems we really have to pull from the rooftops, like I said? We are. We're counting on you, Ai. Oops, go to bed, Ophi. Go to bed, chat. Isugi Ai shades her eyes with one hand, looking up at the central gallery building. It isn't especially tall, but the surrounding high-rises creates a jagged skyline. If one has the skill and the nerve, those roofs could become a road. An escape is within reach. Leave it to me! "7:25 p.m. The exhibition's opening draws ever closer. Animated discussions ripple through the crowd while inside the venue. The final checks are made in quiet focus. "Chief, please, you have to stop Cat's Eye." Clutch in the curator's hand is a small card which reads, "10 minutes after the exhibit opens tonight, we will take the Otherland Angels. We'll do everything we can. That's a promise." Inside the central gallery, an antique clock ticks with a dull, heavy rhythm. It's 7:30 p.m. The doors swing wide and the visitors surge forward in a single restless tide. They stream past the other halls, ignoring paintings, sculptures, photographs, all driven towards the Otherland Angels. The venue hums with a deafening din. Faces glisten, chests tighten, yet the mass pushes relentlessly onward. 5 minutes in, the crowd has only thickened. Hey, look, there's what's her name from 11's event? Talia, that's it. The curator's handkerchief dabs out a cold sweat. At 8 minutes, every guard's finger tenses around their weapon. As the second hand nears its mark, the crowd's noise seems to dissolve, leaving only the clock's steady beat in the anxious thud of their own hearts. Time's up. Ready? The clock's chimes lock the crowd in place. Every head tilts upwards, every gaze drawn to the sound. For a breath, memory itself seems suspended. What were they doing? What were they thinking? After the last echoing note fades, a woman's voice erupts from the mass of people. It's sudden, clear, and startling as cold water hitting a sizzling surface. "Failure is not an option. Let's move!" The crowd surges in chaos. Then, "Hello, welcome to the stream." Then, with a snap, the hall is swallowed by darkness. Suddenly, screams and cries for help ring out as the crowd scrambles to escape. But before anyone realizes, every door to the Otherland Angels exhibition is sealed shut. But Kisugi Hitomi's mind locks onto the clues. The worn scuffs in the ceramic floor, the heavy deliberate placement of the guards. Her instincts ring loud and clear. What's going on? Through the earpiece in that precise moment comes a telltale static, then dead silence. The guard room's channels have been severed from outside control. There was no mistaking it. The chief of Meanless has sealed this building. Kisugi Hitomi steals her resolve. I'll complete the mission as planned." Without hesitation, Kisugi Hitomi pulls back and moves for the guard room supply depot. Her older sister's hidden weapon is waiting there. Can you hear me? Hitomi! Your signal's back! Hurry! I've got Hitomi! What happened? Just a while ago, your signal flickered and vanished right next to the Otherland Angels. Calm went dead. You scared the life out of us. Through her communicator, Hitomi hears her sisters breathe a collective sigh of relief. So, what's really going on here? It's weird, Hitomi. I only cut the power lines. I didn't do anything else. You seem to... Oh, goodbye. You seem to have teleported right out of the exhibition hall. This is unprecedented. Hitomi struggles to process it. But the faces around her haven't changed. They're the same crowd from before the blackout. If she really had been teleported, wouldn't that mean all of these people were moved with her? No, this doesn't make any sense. Hitomi, calm down. Describe what you've seen so far. I followed the plan. 28 steps, there's a crowd, but the fire escape was gone. Just a wall. It was too dark to be sure of anything, after all. Her earpiece erupts with a sudden burst of static, as if another signal's cutting into the channel. Initiate broadcast. Attention, all guests. For your safety, access to the Otherland Angels exhibition is temporarily suspended due to crowd conditions. Please remain calm and follow the illuminated floor guides to the nearest exit immediately. Thank you for your cooperation. You have been transferred to a secured hall. Please proceed forward in an orderly manner to safety. Oh, hey, I remember this backdrop. He did it at Inference events. As her vision adjusts to the darkness, Hitomi takes in the space. She's definitely 2 exhibition halls away from the painting. If you choose not to comply, please understand the gallery will activate necessary security measures. Let's grab the painting and get out of here, quick! Looks like they've gotten their eyes on us. In that case, there's no more need to hide, right, Rui? Uh-oh. Yeah, sure, why not? Cat's Eye Shadow. Well, it's a drink that the sisters would like. Oh, the sisters like pretty much every drink, right? Yeah, the sisters would no? Yes? Oh, that's interesting. Priscilla is not a, Nope, she is. Okay, cool. That's not true. There she is. She doesn't like it. There's Cetro. Let's do a cactus special. Fight, fight, fight! Only a thief can truly understand another thief. While the crowd shuffles slowly towards the exit, one figure pulls away. She slips off her coat, taps the floor lightly with her toes, and springs towards the middle of the hall like a cat, landing on the crystal chandelier, light as a feather. She taps her earpiece gently, awaiting her sister's next instructions. Once the last visitor is clear, proceed southeast. That is your most direct path to the other land's angels. Copy that. The last visitor follows close behind the person ahead, leaving without a hint of reluctance, as if he wasn't the only one while waiting in line swore he had to see the painting not from this world with his own eyes. Area is clear. Moving now. I'm going down. My, quite the nimble kitten, aren't you? Kisugi Hitomi lifts her head and casts a wary glance towards the source of the voice. No need for that. I only wish to talk. Bathed in the faint light and emergency lamps, the figure's form comes. This is very anime-ish, like this whole like introduction. It reminds me of like it's a little bit anime magical girl. A striking red miniskirt, a mysterious rabbit mask sitting casually on a small suitcase like a delicate poised doll. The Otherland Angels is only 2 halls away, about 500 meters. Get past me into the first hall, and I'll tell you something you want to know. How does that sound? You seem awfully sure I'll need to break a sweat just to clear your first level. I'm not making assumptions about your skill, only stating my confidence in my own. The little rabbit unfolds her legs, her elegant heels clicking sharply against the floor as she rises. The air goes still. Instincts already honed by the dark lock into the threats. Their eyes meet, and in the same moment, they move. Dun dun!
調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Chimes up.
さあついてこれる？
There we go. Oh no!
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Oi!
Rob the rich and give to the poor.
Oh, that's not a bad approximation actually of Priscilla's voice.
Chimes up.
さあついてこれる？
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Man, my counter is not very high this time. Low-key stream, clearly. Countless daggers surge from some unknown space, hurling towards Kisugi Hitomi, each aimed at a vital point. Yet, even in this desperate moment, she feels her heart pounding wildly, an eerie sensation flooding through her entire body. Under this baptism of blades, her senses grows ever sharper, her movements ever more nimble. Oh, no. This is a one-time special. She raises her arms, spins, rolls, leaps. The whirling attacks hurtling toward her seems too slow in Kisugi Hitomi's eyes. Hitomi, now! The attack hesitates, just for a fraction of a second. It's the opening Kisugi Hitomi has been waiting for. It was fun, little rabbit. 1, 2, 3. The daggers flying out from an unknown space grow fewer. Kisugi Hitomi dodges each one with feline grace, leaping lightly into the air. With such elegant and nimble evasion, even Mrs. Rabbit fails to catch her in the end. Aye! Her little sister's voice comes through the comms, and as if in response, the security shutter Kisugi Ai had infiltrated earlier starts to slide down. Little Rabbit, you said you'd tell me one thing I wish to know. What's your name? The shutter grinds downward, sealing the path. Mrs. Rabbit doesn't advance. Hearing Hitomi's question, a low, amused chuckle escapes her. You may call me Priscilla, dear Phantom Thieves. And I can offer more than a name. Transporting you and the others to this hall, that was my ability. Priscilla stops. She simply watches, silent, as the lowering shutter slowly obscures Kisugi Hitomi from sight. Ability? What do you mean? Is that related to mania? I wish you continued success. What do you mean by that? The shutter seals shut without a gap. No response comes through. Her final question hangs unanswered. It probably didn't make it across. Hitomi, did something happen? It's nothing serious. Perfect timing was the shutter. I managed to shake them off thanks to you. Well done, Hitomi. But that woman, she said some strange things. I don't understand what she meant. Boom! A sharp boom echoes through the line. On the other end of the comms, her sisters jolt. After a second of stunned silence, their voices rush in, calling for Kisugi Hitomi. Hitomi, are you alright? Did you trigger the device? Smoke, thick and bitter, floods the halls. From under a safety panel, a shape emerges. Kisugi Hitomi. She shrugs off the protective gear covering her, lightweight but sturdy as armor, fans the air clear, and switches her earpiece on. Must have tripped an anti-theft countermeasure. But I'm alright. One of the gadgets I wove into my suit just saved my life. I'm glad I could be of help, Hitomi. The smoke thins slightly. Through the pale white haze, something like a laser glimmers. The scattered dots connect, forming what looks like a mask floating in midair. Sorry! I told you it's all over the place. What is this? It's the return of Zero. He told me, don't move. The sensors are linked to the waterfall. It's running a high-level security protocols. Through the earpiece comes the rapid clatter of keystrokes. Kisugi Ai sits on top of a building, battling away against the howling wind. Actually, there were traps all along the route, but those were just basic. If I had to guess, they were just to keep you busy with that rabbit girl. But these in the room, they're different. A rhythm of light fills the exhibition space, blue and green, fading in and out, but now and again, a sudden orange-red flash erupts, swallowing the softer colors. Whoever we're dealing with now, they're for real. The rhythm of typing sharpens, quickens. Inside a tight nest of monitors, a center, her hair a light blue-purple, allows a faint, interested smile as her fingers dance over the keys. Fast reactions, sharp instincts. Finally, a worthy match. With this, let's see what you do next. Really? Tetra just really wanted to go up against another expert hacker? There are so many extra hackers! There are so many expert hackers though sitting in the NBCC. True. True. But what about Zero? Wouldn't Zero be a lot of fun? The lights pulse, cycling through colors with increasing speed. Kisugi Hitomi holds her ground, tense and alert, cautious to approach. Then, through her earpiece, her little sister's voice comes through, usually so bright and energetic, now hushed and completely earnest. Hitomi, I think I figured out the pattern. Do you trust me? I'll clear the path for you. A flicker of surprise crosses Kisugi Hitomi's face, yet he responds without a moment's hesitation. I trust you, Ai. Tell me what to do. On the rooftop, Kisugi Ai sets her jaw and taps the keyboard again. Hitomi, I'll guide you. My directions will also signal Ai which node to disable. After each command, you only have 15 seconds. Ai, but we believe in you. You can do this. A beat of silence fills the earpiece, followed by a resolute reply. Let's begin! I'm ready! Northwest, 20 meters. Obstacle cleared! The panel lights shift from blue-green to orange-red. Kisugi Hitomi steps forward without breaking stride. Southeast, 20 meters. Obstacle cleared! The battle of the hackers continues! The kitty cats are coming this way. Are you sure about this? With the countdown pulsing on the screen, the sinner's hands are frozen above the keyboard, eyes unblinking. Hey, she said not to take them out. Don't get carried away. Well, fine. It's been so long since I've had a real challenge. I might have gotten a little excited. See, she's already caught on. Hitomi, stop right now. Go left. I repeat, don't go southeast. The command cracks through her earpiece. Kisugi Hitomi yanks herself backwards, pivots, and plants her foot in a new direction. Behind her, the amber-lit corridor is engulfed by a sudden wash of cyan, sealing it off. Behind her, the corridor's warm, orange light is violently consumed by a cold cyan blaze, sealing the path she just fled. Keep going, Hitomi! We're almost there! Amid the echo of keystrokes, Kisugi Hitomi comes to a stop before the shutter. Then, one final forceful strike rings out. It must be her little sister's victory. Oh, my head's spinning. Hitomi, Rui. It's all up to you now. You worked hard, Ai. You did an amazing job. We're so proud of you, Ai. A silence fills the earpiece, leaving only the sigh of wind and a steady breath. The shutter slowly lifts, revealing the artwork depicting angels before Kisugi Hitomi's eyes. Dun dun. Alright, 3x3. No, we don't really use that. More crit or more cat's eye? Or cat shadow? Crit? Let's do crit. It's nighttime. Let's have a little affogato. Oh, dude, I'm almost done? I can finish this stream in a day. Damn. That's really short. That is super short. Alright. As if obstructing something, that thick chaotic darkness appears once more. Outside the exhibition hall, a dozen incapacitated guards lie scattered across the floor. And no, I have not done the market interrogation. Why? Do you want me to crank up these numbers even higher? Right. Right nearby, a woman in a violet catsuit with gentle wavy hair leans against the window. She observes the situation in the hall, calm and composed. No, I'll probably do it next week since I do have a stream scheduled next week. I'll probably do Margaret's and Tarot and maybe start chapter 13. We'll see. But yes, I will stream Margaret's interrogation next week. How about that? One section for each of us, as if to test us through missions. Just what are you planning to learn about us, Chief of Minos? Kisugi Rui shakes her head, trying in vain to shake off the dizziness caused by that eerie power. Still, she pulls herself together and speaks into the communicator. You told me, go. Leave the rest to me. Retrieve the painting and rendezvous with Ai on the rooftop. After issuing the instructions to her sisters, Kisugi Rui's eyes snap to her tracker. The red dots are approaching. In one fluid motion, she ducks to the side of an unconscious guard and plucks the keyring from his belt. Sorry, I'll have to borrow this for now. The gallery security supply room is just ahead. Using the guard's keys, Kisugi Rui unlocks the depot door and slips inside. Let's hope this little drone finds its way home. As she cuts through the glass case, no alarm sounds. Kisugi Hitomi knows it must be her little sister who disabled the firewall. When she takes the painting and checks the tracker again, the red dots remain where they were before. Kisugi Hitomi knows her older sister has kept them all at bay. Realizing this, Kisugi Hitomi breaks into a full sprint. With a piece of Oran Angels in hand, she flings open the door to the rooftop. The night sky arches above, and there, framed by the evening wind, are her sisters, their hands reaching out to her. Sorry to keep you waiting. I've got the second piece of Otherland Angels. Kisugi Hitomi gazes at the piece of Otherland Angels in her hand. A beautiful painting by her father from her original world comes to mind. Ruri, look! With this, the painting is almost complete. Just one more piece to go! Kisugi Hitomi rushes to her sisters. The three sisters simply gaze at the recovered piece of the Otherland angels, their joy too vast for words. Yet, in that very swell of triumph, something black emerges, something viscous. In the pooling shadows at their feet, a familiar and chilling rift silently yawns open. Huh? Hurry! Aye! Look out! The eerie rift bursts open. A wave of black contaminants surges out, engulfing Hitomi's feet almost instantly. No, Hitomi! The evil goo! We will rescue you! We will rescue you! Somehow. I'll figure this one out. Yeah, that's fine. Blah blah blah.
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Do. Trapped, Kisugi Hitomi gathers all her strength. In the last possible moment, she shoves her sisters to safety. Hitomi! Hold my hand! I've got you! You two go first. Thick and chaotic, the black contaminants surge endlessly, their nauseating squelch filling the air. They slither around Hitomi's limbs, pulling her inexorably towards the rift's depths. Go! Hurry! Protect the painting! Use the shackles! Don't you dare hurt them! Rui, stop standing around and looking pretty. Come on, do some work. Yeah.
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Chimes up.
さあついてこれる？
順調ね。計画通りに。
じゃーん。僕の
Chang Chang.
and give to the poor. Rob the rich and give to the poor.
Bam, bam, bam. They coil tighter, but a flash of crimson light strikes down like lightning, severing the bindings on Kasumi Hitomi in one swift, clean blow. Give me your hand! Now! She stares at your outstretched hand, but doesn't take it. She can't let you see her face. Not now. In that moment of hesitation, the eerie power inside her threatens to boil over. A wave of dizziness crashes over Kisugi Hitomi. Her control is fraying, about to snap. Forgive me, but this is for your safety. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's a cool CG. Without waiting for her answer, you seize her hand. A heartbeat, maybe yours, maybe hers, pulses between your intertwined palms. Hitomi gasps as the cold, chaotic power inside her steadily steadies into a warm, resonant flow. Using that power, Kisugi Hitomi swiftly tumbles forward, dodging the black contaminants that coil towards her once again. That's a really cool CG, not gonna lie. You rise and drive the last of the writhing contaminants back into the rift with Kisugi Hitomi. Alright, we should be safe for now. You had me pinned down back there for quite a while. Hope I made it in time. You try to lighten the mood, brushing off your recent ordeal with a carefully casual tone. Are you okay? You take a single step forward, but the woman immediately shields her face and shrinks back. You freeze, then slowly raise your open palms to show her you mean no harm, that you won't advance. It's okay. I won't hurt you, and I won't come closer. Just try to stay calm for me. You can't let your emotions run too high, okay? Your voice holds a quiet weight, but you see she hasn't fled, so you press on, keeping your explanations patient and clear. If your emotions spike, it draws those things out of the rift. They become more aggressive, more violent. When I'm not around to help, you have to keep a cool head, or it could get dangerous. The Central Gallery incident has caused quite a commotion. Police sirens wail all around as red lights flicker to life. Under the multicolored glow, just for a little bit. They get to a horror farm just for a little bit. Under the multicolored glow, the woman's lips part slightly, but she remains silent. A faint crackle of static reaches your ears. She glances at her companions nearby, then turns her gaze back to you. But she offers no reply. Instead, she turns and runs towards the group. You watch her released drone dwindle into the evening sky. In response, you conjure the crimson shackles in your palm and send them arcing gently over the path they fled. The three power signatures feel intensely familiar. So familiar, they carry the faint, addictive scent of Dude, what? What? Chief can now smell things through his shackles? Our shackles have enhanced. We now have smell-o-vision, guys. Now, I'm sure of it. The three ladies of Cat's Eye. Tracking mission number D47 confirmed as failed. Target has left the surveillance range. Would you like to update mission specifications and request additional center support? No, thank you. Order confirmed. Since you have declined to update mission specifications, please explain, Chief. Given that all resources, intelligence, and center status are within safe thresholds, what is the reason for the mission's failure? I did it on purpose. Logical conflict detected. The command conflicts with the original mission objective of tracking the center. Please provide additional explanation. There are other dangerous targets out there. It is too early to close the trap. Analyzing. Projection results indicate that abandoning immediate tracking will significantly increase risks. I'll keep the risk under control. Recording complete. Risk liability has been tagged as Chief's personal decision. Wait, I just noticed something. Hold on. Is that a duck head? Is that a digital duck head? Amazing. Additional reminder. The current target possesses high environmental adaptability. If this target crosses paths with other dangerous targets, the risk will become completely uncontrollable. I'll act immediately. Recording complete. System has entered observation mode. The simulation in the device in hand seems to have some discrepancies. Okay. This is the Central Gallery. You've been here constantly lately, preparing the venue. You know every corner intimately. But the strange part is that the simulation scene doesn't match the real gallery. It's an exact copy of your prepared setup. At first, you assume the gallery staff helped reconstruct it, but with each entry into the simulation, the feeling grows. Something is wrong. Every scene in this simulation is a location where you once faced the Phantom Thieves. Did something just happen again? Let's go, let's go. No! Good night. Thank you for coming. Oh, whoa, careful, Chief. Those patrol monsters, don't let those patrol monsters see you. Oops. Go this way. Shit. There we go. Oh no! Chief! She can operate the module to raise the railings back up. That way, you can break the monster's line of sight. Oh, cool. Thank fuck. Yeah, this is fine. This is safe. More puzzles! I really hate it when the characters move like half a second faster than the NPCs. Come on, go, go, go. Wait, what? Oh shit, wrong character, that's why. There we go. The suspicion hardens into a cold knot. Did the Phantom Thieves create this themselves? It's the only explanation. No one else could replicate those moments so perfectly. Who sent this device? You removed the simulation device and turned to ask Gwen, who's standing beside you. It was brought by this lady wearing a suit. Oh, and I think there were two people walking right behind her? That's so weird. How come I can't picture their faces at all? Before she finishes speaking, you notice the simulation device you just turned off has gone completely dark. Oh, I did? Oops, wrong one. Thank you for keeping me honest. You fumbled to restart it. Nothing. You try charging it, pressing every button, but the screen remains a dead, blank slate. Oh, dude, wait. So Ruri delivered it? Ruri was the one who delivered it? We didn't get to see Ruri in a suit? Aisuno, why? Aisuno didn't want to give us Ruri in a suit because they knew she'd be too powerful. Hey, you catch the news? Big trouble out near the Syndicate border. Some folks got hit bad. A few were rushed straight to intensive care. What? Was it West District again? Doesn't sound like it. Public security was around earlier asking questions. Seems they were here to identify some of the victims. Identify them? Why? Turns out some of the victims, they're the marauders everyone was talking about. Serves them right. After all the awful things they've done, they had it coming. But hold on. Who could have taken them down? Weren't they all sinners? So what if they were? The West District's got sinners too, right? Listen to this. One of them even had traces of beep mania weapon. They're transferring over to Banyo for investigation. Oh, you're kidding. Are they out of their minds messing with that? Keep it quiet, will you? This doesn't leave us. Business is tough these days. What's going on? You seem worn down. After downing a cup of black coffee at Cat's Eye, the man turns to the person beside him, his frustration spilling out in a low, urgent stream. You see, I got into reselling hypercubes a while back. Jumped on the bandwagon like every... Okay! Important lesson in investments, y'all. If something is hot, that is the wrong time to invest. Because you've already missed the ideal investment window. Don't listen to Parfait. Exactly. Exactly, chat. Buying from outside the city, shipping them all over West District. Wait, what? Reselling hypercubes, buying from outside the city and shipping them all over... Huh. Okay. That sounds like it should have paid off pretty well. It did for a little while. Then the Black Ring in the West District was gone. Next thing you know, they're mining hypercubes themselves! Almost cleaned me out, took everything I had saved! Oh, that's rough, man. After that, I borrowed just to stay afloat. Wanted something steadier, so I got into food. That's not a bad move, is it? East Side's always busy. Food usually sells. Usually sells, you say? The dejected man points at the empty cafe across the street. That's my place. Just finished renovating it long ago. Maybe business just isn't your thing? Poor Cat's Eye, their coffee's too good. The distant building still stands, bathed in spotlights, wailing sirens surrounding it well into the night. From the flickering televisions in nearby buildings, emergency news broadcasts repeat their warning: stay away from the central gallery. Through the neon glow, several figures dart and swiftly disappear into a building. Soon after, a soft, white light flickers on in a small East Side cafe. Having changed out of their catsuits, the three sisters gathered in the cafe, cradling the piece of the Otherland angels they just reclaimed. With this, we have two pieces now. As Kisugi Rui gently places the pieces of Otherland angels on the table, they emit a faint glow, and the fracture lines begin to connect. A surge of emotion follows. After everything, the complete Outland Angels is about to be restored before them. Yet, doubt tempers their hope. Collecting every piece does not guarantee a return to their original world. They still don't understand the source of the mysterious power within them, or its consequences. And then, there's the chief. Kisugi Hitomi remembers the central gallery rooftop. It was a perfect chance for apprehension, yet he just helped her feed off the monsters instead. And I noticed something. When he was helping me, that strange power inside me felt less turbulent, almost like it could be controlled. Hitomi's right. Oh, I'm sorry. He told me that earlier my mind felt all hazy, and I was so frustrated I could hardly think straight. Especially when I saw you surrounded by those monsters, he told me. I was so desperate, I wanted to charge in and take everything down with me. Kisugi Eye scratches her cheek, a sheepish expression crossing her face. But then that chief showed up, and after the flash of red light, it was like the darkness just lifted. Really? You felt it too, right? That's when you calmed down enough to have me prep the drone so we could get Hitomi and leave. Yes. Well, tonight, or when he visited the cafe before, he's been guiding us, intentionally or not, hinting about cinders, mania, black rings. Now that I've had time to think, I believe his goal isn't simply to capture us. Kisugi-ri reaches out and touches the pieces of Otherland Angels on the table. A faint, immediate glow wraps her fingers. Her own heartbeat pulses louder in response. Within her, the unsettling power stirs, rising towards the surface once more. We crossed into this world through that rift, but every operation we witnessed seems connected to it, and gradually begin to harness a power unlike any we've used before. It makes me certain now. The way home is tied to the chief and to this power. I agree with Ruri. And now that I think about it, both pieces of Otherland Angels we've reclaimed were taken from government-sponsored exhibitions. That means the last piece of Otherland Angels is almost certainly in their hands too. Then why don't we just reach out to him directly? Wait, but wouldn't that be like turning ourselves in? With a sharp motion, Kisugi Eye produces a slip of paper and lays it on the counter. It is the very note that person once handed to her, the one bearing the hotline's direct number. We consider we got caught in some trouble. It's not a lie, and it's not like we'd be turning ourselves in, right? A gentle smile touches Kisugi-ri's lips. She then offers Ai some advice before Ai dials the number. Alrighty, I'm calling now! Knock, knock. Hello? Huh? That was really fast! Chief can read minds now. After a few polite knocks, the cafe door opens. Kisugi-ri greets you and guides you to your familiar spot at the bar. It seems you really have been watching over us. I like how Chief has like a spot at the bar now. It's only been like, what, 3 days? At this point, I think we can speak openly, ladies. Even without your call, I was planning on stopping by tonight. Oh. So, you have already figured everything out, Chief? A hint of tension hangs in the air. You turn, pick up the menu from the counter, and speak softly to the sisters. It's getting late. Mind if I just have a glass of milk? It helps with sleep, and it's a comforting taste. Kisugi-ri pauses for a moment, and then smiles and steps behind the bar. Hello! She pours milk into a small pot and begins to warm it gently. As the sweet, warm aroma fills the air, it dispels the lingering tension. You look at the three sisters and slowly begin to explain the situation. You were right. I know who you really are. The art thieves known as Cat's Eye. But don't worry, I'm not here to arrest you. You take out the prepared photos and place them on the counter for the three sisters to see. They show the familiar rift, along with those unsettling monsters that resemble black sludge. You've been seeing these things a lot lately, haven't you? In our world, that's called a dimensional rift. It was artificially created, a product of mania energy released during a black ring outbreak. It can affect two worlds across different timelines. A little over half a month ago, I detected one becoming active. Around the same time, a painting called the Otherland Angels started getting an unusual amount of attention. Back then, I didn't connect at all, but when your heist became the talk of the town, two of my sinners, Priscilla and Tetra, Petra, the one who crossed paths with I, mentioned that this didn't feel like an ordinary Phantom Thief's work. That's when I decided to look into it myself. You take out a small object, place it on the table, and slide it towards Kisugi Ai. Oh! That's my gadget! Sorry, we accidentally broke it back then. Try to fix it up. Take a look. It's pretty clever, honestly. Those who specialize in inventing at our bureau couldn't stop praising the design. So, you were planning this from our very first meeting? I had a plan, yes, but back then I hadn't considered you might be from another world. I just wanted to gather intel so that I could, handle everything neatly. After all, the 3 originals of the Otherland Angels were in official custody. When the Otherland Angels sparked an abnormal obsession, all of Eastside fell into a frenzy. The city's in-value began to rise, putting you on high alert and prompting an immediate dispatch of agents to locate the originals. Perhaps by luck, or because fate intended for you to cross paths with the 3 Phantom Thieves, all 3 pieces ended up in the hands of good-natured people. Upon hearing the paintings might be connected to Mania, they immediately turned them over to the authorities. Then Chief, you are not here to arrest us. What are you here for? Kisugi Rui steps out from behind the counter. She places a cup of warm, sweet milk beside you, then positions herself between you and her 2 younger sisters. Oh! Hi Rui. Standing, keeping, being the barrier that protects her sisters from us. I see. A little gay, just a little. You're essentially the police here. Us 3 Phantom Thieves are right in front of you. Shouldn't you be taking us into your bureau as you did with Priscilla and Tetra? The milk's sweetness is comforting. Almost without realizing it, you bring the cup to your lips for another sip. I might be a little bit different from the police you're thinking of, Miss Ruri. By passing through the dimensional rift, you've been exposed to Mania, the energy that premates this world. That makes you a type of person we call sinners. A sinner's power is tied to their psyche. If they're not well-intentioned to begin with, losing control can lead to serious incidents. Like the serial criminal, the Marauders. Exactly. But I know for certain you're not like that. In our previous encounters, you had plenty of chances to harm us. You could have taken hostages. But you never did. That's why I'm here talking to you now. You raise your hand and carefully release the shackles. A small crimson wisp, like a living flame, materializes in your palm. Inexplicably, a profound calm washes over everyone present. I have the power known as the Shackles. I'm the chief of the Munoz Bureau of Crisis Control, an organization that manages mania and sinners, like yourselves. At first, yes, I engaged with the intention of capturing you. But we analyzed your operations. Your skills as Phantom Thieves are exceptional. Your coordination and teamwork are flawless. That doesn't come from following trends or acting on a whim. More importantly, in every heist under the name Cat's Eye, you've only ever targeted the original Otherland Angels, nothing else. I know, right? If the painting originally belonged to you, then your actions make perfect sense. You really are a kind person, Chief. Kisugi sits beside you without blocking her sister's view, and as the eldest addresses you with a question. In that case, what is your true purpose for coming here tonight? I want to ensure your safety, to keep you untouched by the dangers of this world. Once we've resolved the Otherland Angels case and apprehend the serial criminal, I intend to send you home. Your words hang in the air. All 3 sisters stare, visibly taken back. Home? You can get us back? I don't know the exact method yet, But I believe it'll require gathering every last piece of the Otherland Angels. That said, I can't simply return the last piece to you now, not while the Marauders are still out there. How would you like us to cooperate? To lure them out, I need you to continue sending your calling cards and carrying out your heists. No, I'm serious. I'll provide you with the intel on the third original pieces exhibition while spreading word within my bureau that this is an operation to draw out the criminal. It's the best solution I could devise, one that doesn't force either of us to compromise our principles. Chief. Compromising our principles. Are we always compromising our principles? Kisugi Rui falls silent. She rests her chin on her hand, deep in thought as she mulls over the proposal. But how can we trust you? Our opponent is the Marauders, vicious thieves with no regard for life. Against people that dangerous, what if the power inside us spirals out of control? The power of my shackles can stabilize a sinner's abilities when they verge on berserk, maximize their potential, and even compel obedience if needed. You should have felt it before. But to achieve that level of control, I would need to form a bond with a sinner. And that bond, oh my. And that bond doesn't actually require mutual consent. I could have forced it unilaterally without issue. With you three, I've had plenty of opportunities. Wow, Chief. Without consent. Yeah. Problematic shackle imbalance. Yet, you've never acted. That's right. I don't want the shackles to be chains. By the counter, Kisugi-Rui looks at you, her expression softening with a soft smile. Oh, hi, Gigi. No matter which world I find myself in, it fills me with joy to be surrounded by such kind, wonderful people. We accept your proposal, Chief. Thank you for your cooperation. You guessed correctly. We're not from this world, and neither is that painting. It was created by our dad, our father. Back in our world, we've been operating as phantom thieves, reclaiming his works in hopes of finding clues to his whereabouts. So, when we came to this world and found out Father's painting has split into 3 pieces, each one a separate original, we decided to keep operating as Cat's Eye and set out tracking down the paintings. I see. Why you became phantom thieves, why you continue operations here, those are choices born from your world and your lives. It's not my place to judge. Which is why I have no right to make things difficult for you, or force you to Oh my!
Oh my.
Chief, wanting the sisters. Is it all the sisters or just one sister, Chief? Prepare yourselves. I'll inform you about the exhibition in a few days. You rise, finish the last of your milk, and leave a bill tucked neatly under the cup. Thanks for the milk. Kisugi-Rui sees you to the door. She watches you go, remaining in the doorway long after you vanish from sight. So kind, so brave, and so gentle. But her final words are lost to you. Instead, you simply raise your hand in one last silent wave of goodbye. Might as well go all the way! A car comes flying into a small gallery on the city's outskirts. On its pure white paper, a red cat emblem gleams, its bewitching eye glinting with mischief. In the blank space beside it, an elegant message declares, "Tonight, at 12 p.m., we will come claim the final piece of the Otherland Angels." Now, at nightfall, about a dozen sheriffs stand at attention inside the same gallery, awaiting your orders. The plan is straightforward. They only have one way in and one way out. Lock it down, and we cut off their escape. Each of you, cover a cardinal point. The moment you spot the suspects, pursue them immediately. Roger that! The sheriffs fan out, moving silently to their assigned positions at strategic vantage points. The minutes trickle past. Suddenly, a frigid gust of winter air invades the space, making you shiver involuntarily. Feels like snow is coming. A sudden cold speck lands on your nose. As you look up, a cascade of white, fluffy particles begin to descend, filling the air. It's the vents! Chief, watch out! Countless white particles stream from the vents like a sudden indoor snow squall, proving your earlier prediction of snow correct. Just ahead of schedule. This stuff! Something's not right! A series of heavy thuds echoes as the sheriff slumps to the floor. The realization hits you. The drifting particles are a frozen chemical agent, a paralytic that activates when inhaled. You press your sleeve against your mouth, fighting a sudden swimming dizziness. Your gaze locks onto the ventilation shaft. As the terminal blinks at 0000, a violent crack sounds from the ceiling above you. You think we've come unprepared? The ventilation duct flies open, blasting a new wave of frozen particles through the gallery. Other sheriffs charge in at the sound of the noise, only to breathe in the thawed agent and drop where they stand. Groove a little bit to the background music. That vent wasn't originally set to blow in this direction. It doesn't take much to figure out who hijacked the gallery's central control system. I told you so many times, Chief. There are certain gadgets you need to carry, whether you like them or not. You feel a simple mask being settled over your face. Through the messy veil of your hair, you see the rabbit mask sinner's wink, and then she bounces towards the ventilation duct, her arms thrown wide. Well, Miss Phantom Kitty, fancy meeting you here. The last of the frozen particles from the vent have fallen, and though a cold wind continues to pour in, and descending along with that wind is a figure clad in blue. A little bit. Oh, what a pleasant surprise, Miss Rabbit. It seems I'll be taking this painting right from under your nose. Again. You're welcome to try. Kisugi Hitomi pulls out a gadget her little sister gave her and hurls it towards Priscilla. Oh my! You missed. Priscilla sidesteps the attack with fluid grace. Coming to a rest, she shakes her head, her expression one of exaggerated pity. Oh, on the contrary, I hit exactly what I aimed for. The small black ball bounces twice before snapping onto the glass protecting the painting. An ear-splitting sound then hits, pounding directly into your mind no matter how tightly you cover your ears. Then, the entire security case fractures and dissolves into a shower of glittering fragments. Alright then, time to get serious! Priscilla moves in a flash, blocking Kisugi Hitomi's advance towards the artwork. She sweeps the floor, gathering broken glass, which she sends flying like a lethal spray. Kisugi Hitomi staggers backwards to escape the glittering onslaught. With Cat's Eye pinned by Priscilla and Tetra, and everyone's attention momentarily scattered, a deafening explosion tears through the venue. Oh no! Oh no! It's the Marauders! The far wall collapses as if hit by a charge, opening into a pitch black chasm. Figures in tactical black rip through the darkness, surging like a torrent. Their movements are sharper, bolder, and far more coordinated than any previous intruders. Here they come, the notorious Marauders. Ah! Excellent work, you nameless strays! And you, the self-righteous jailer, let your lukewarm justice perish here, along with this priceless prize. The heinous criminal raises a weapon unlike any standard firearm. It pulses with an ominous black glow, pushing the room's tension past its breaking point. Priscilla and Tetra snap into defensive stances, their movement pure instinct. The C team. The C team wrote that dialogue. The enemy's cold stare fixates on the prized painting and on Cat's Eye. The gallery erupts into instant chaos. A storm of blood and smoke. Without a moment's hesitation, you step forward to shield everyone. Suddenly, a pair of warm arms wrap around you from behind, accompanied by a soft, familiar scent. A gentle, melodic voice comes into it. Oh my! That was a shift in tone. I've always admired your hands, Chief. The way you hold the coffee cup. It's quite arresting. Kisugiri's hands clamp down on your wrists, her fingers locking with surprising strength. You strain, but her hold barely yields. Restraining me is pointless! How kind of you to worry, but we'll be just fine. Please, stay still for a moment. Yeah, this is the toned down version apparently, I guess. What is it in CN? Is she more handsy in CN? Is she more handsy in CN? Confirmation. Oh my. They had to shove it in somewhere. The exhibition hall plunges into sudden absolute darkness. When your vision returns, an elegant ribbon bow holds... Oh, wow. Your intervention proves unnecessary. Before the Marauder's gun can spit fire, or rather, at the very instant the muzzle flashes, Cat's Eye becomes a blur. A lightning-fast impact shatters the criminal's mind, sending his body slumping lifelessly to the floor. Then, in the breath between the strike and the silence, a faint breeze stirs the empty air where the painting stood. The final prize is gone. Cat's Eye has concluded the performance down to the last perfect detail. Nice work, Rudy. Take it away. Don't you underestimate me. Careful now. Pull any harder as these pointy ears of yours are coming right off. Fine. This costume is custom made. Hey, Sly Fox, do something already. 3 seconds of heavy silence pass. Then a sharp crackle of static breaks from the speakers. I've done plenty, little rabbit. That little kitty couldn't penetrate my updated firewall. I fortified the entire network after our last encounter. However, she physically breached the security system and infiltrated the exhibition hall. While she failed to breach my digital defenses, she probably deduced my countermeasures. So, as a professional offensive thief, she must have mustered considerable resolve to proceed with the physical gambit. Before the words are fully out, a figure clad in orange blasts free from the duct. Her disruptive power is active. The entire menu systems instantly fail. The lights extinguish, the ventilation grates go quiet. Every shrill alarm that had been echoing since the breach is suddenly utterly mute. I like how, like, Ai looks like she's legitimately escaping, but Rui's like, oh, what you gonna do about it? like, what is that gesture? Like, what are those hands? For real. Well, I mean, even Hitomi at least looks like she's kind of sort of escaping, right? Like she's skipping forward. Rui's just like, oh wow. Thanks for your spirited participation. No, that was a bad accent. The final piece of the Otherland Angels belongs to us now. And clutching the canvas, Kisugi Rui releases a cluster of the small black balls. The same high-frequency shriek rips through the air. In an instant, all of the surrounding windows burst apart. The three sisters dive through the openings, melting into the cold, rushing darkness. Priscilla flicks a few glittering fragments from her shoulder and approaches. Then, she begins to loosen the ribbon binding your hands. Back in my prime, I never let a score slip away like that. A first-time failure. Well, technically you're a bureau center now, on the official payroll. So you could consider tonight not a failure of the great phantom robber Priscilla, but an operational oversight by a bureau employee? Ugh, you silver-tongued devil! Ow! Don't kick me! Chief, this isn't over yet, right? Raven and I can handle the mess here. You should probably head back to the cafe. I'll leave it in your hands then. Thanks. Oh, and send those photos to Win. Tell her to run the publicity stunt cover story. She's got a knack for knowing just where to post to get people chatting. Oh, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. You lost and you're still... Come on, stop scrolling. You lost and you're still bored? That's exactly why I'm bored. Ugh. How about we make a bet on who can beat those little kitty cats first the next time? Nah, I don't want to waste my time. Hey, how about this? The loser has to call the winner my lady. Deal. Don't come crying to me when you lose, sly fox. You're the one who always cheats, silly rabbit. Oh, we're almost there. Time for more coffee. Get that power up. Basically, field trip to the Cat's Eye coffee shop. Unlike when they first arrived, the mania that forms the space is doing all it can to prevent the anomaly from happening again. It said anomaly. Late at night, at the Cat's Eye Cafe. You arrive to find the three sisters still in their catsuits. They've been waiting. Chief. Alright, let's begin. Kisugi Rui takes out the last piece of the Otherland Angels. The painting disintegrates, its substance dissolving into mania energy that fades into the air. Only a fragment depicting an angel remains. The other sisters produce their matching fragments, drawing them together. The pieces of Otherland Angels clatter against each other. At the same time, the familiar yet strange power rises within the three sisters, a desperate, screaming force trying to claw its way out. Let's see. Release the shackles. A crimson glow spills from your palm, wrapping everyone in a warm embrace. The 3 pieces of Otherland angels settle. They drift towards one another until they blur and merge into a single, seamless masterpiece. Rui! It's a complete painting. We actually did it. Yes. Does this mean we can finally go home? A wave of pure joy crashes over the sisters, and they cling to each other in hope, their eyes searching for the promised rift that'll lead them home. However, a faint, tearing sound makes them, and you, tense. The black and white center of the painting is parting, forming a rift. Yet, from the narrow opening, a tide of dark, contaminated creatures emerges. They writhe and force their way through, desperate, as if this was the moment they had been poised for. Get away from there! You step in front of the sisters, a human shield. Your shackles flare to life. Their power slams into the monsters, shoving the contaminated horde back through the rift. Dun dun! I am missing one. There you are.
了解行ってくるわ
順調ね計画通りに進んでるわ
There you are. Oops. The rift widens relentlessly. It's small and now stretching to the scale of the whole cafe. Within that darkening breach, the churning forms of contaminants and unspeakable monsters come clearly into view. How can this be? When we passed through before, there was nothing like this here. Why are there so many more of these disgusting things? So this is the dimensional rift. After you crossed over, you gained the power of mania. Your minds have been connected to this place ever since. And the stronger your emotions, the more the contamination spreads here. But one thing's clear. If you want to go home, this is the only path back. Then, if we go through. Just as we would do anything to find back. That's awkward. Just as we would do anything to get back Father's artworks. If this is the way home, nothing can stop us. Exactly. Cat's Eye never backs down. Bring it on! The 3 sisters step toward you, the rift's red glow washing over their resolute faces. Uh-oh. Hitomi, don't die! Oops, sorry, Hitomi.
Rob the rift
順調ね計画通りに進んでるわ
This is fine. Fine. It's fine.
順調ね計画通りに進んでるわ
Chimes up.
Ooh, die!
Chimes up.
Come on.
順調ね計画通りに進んでるわ
I knew you would make this choice. You reached for them, and in that gesture, the crimson shackles slip from your form, moving towards the 3 sisters. This should be the last hurdle on your way home. But if I can't help it, I'd rather you didn't have to face this risk alone. So, if you're willing to trust me, let me use my shackles to connect myself, the 3 of you, and this painting. You can use that new bond to clear the path home. In silence, the sisters respond, one hand, then another, then a third. They rest their palms upon yours. With a firm grip, you hold him and unleash the shackles. Use the shackles. A flash of crimson light erupts, and the barbed tendrils of energy instantly coil around the sisters. In that same moment, the rift exerts a violent, familiar pull. The same force that once tore the sisters from their world and yanks all four of you into its churning void. Here we go! Time to go home! Closing time, and you can't stay here. It's closing time. Cat's Eye will never give up, no matter how difficult and dangerous the path ahead is. The same dizzying, world-turning sensation overwhelms you. When you open your eyes again, you find yourself engulfed in chaos. Inside, the corrupted forms swarm and jostle, a ravenous tide desperate to consume you. But the power of the shackles flares, creating a barrier that forces the horde to keep its distance, circling hungrily just beyond reach. This place is full of them. There are too many. And the exit. I can't get a fix on anything in this mess. A rift reacts to strong emotions, desires. Try focusing on what you want most right now. It might show you the way. The three sisters exchange glances, then close their eyes. What we desire most is to return to our world. With Dad's painting. And all of us together! A few seconds of silence pass, then the entire rift shudders with violent force. Every contaminant in the void surges forward, converging into a single frantic mass before you. They swell, expand, and devour one another, merging into a single grotesque entity. Oh, that's kind of cool though. Like, with like the jackal-looking cat in the middle, and then the diamond. Like, that's actually really cool. That's a cool boss design. It grows and grows until like an overfilled balloon. It ruptures. A wave of pure mania explodes outward with an ear-splitting shriek. As the ringing fades, you take in your surroundings again. There, in the distance, a colossal fox-like figure stands sentinel before a radiant white light. That's a congealed mess of all this mania contamination! Oh, here we go! The mania contamination born from the three sisters' longing has taken their form, blocking the path home. No matter who we face, we won't lose. Agreed. Would you show us how to use this power, Chief? You're not stopping us, you big bully. Alright, then I promise I'll see you all home safely. I'm kind of sad there. No, you know what? It really makes me sad that we do not get the lyric version of these boss fight songs. Like, we didn't get it for Ying Ying. We're not getting it for Cat's Eye. Like, what's the deal, you know? Like, what's going on? It's annoying. Oh, people are dying.
In
a way.
Wait, why did Tetra die? Oh no!
順調ね。計画通りに進んでるわ。
Why did Tetra? Oh no! Hold on a second. No, we're gonna bring out the A team for this boss fight. Fuck this.
I'm so happy you came to watch my performance. Oh my!
Rest assured, they will behave.
I'll personally
Where are
see
you?
them off on their journey. Dear Audrey.
The OG French Mama!
As wisteria blooms, behold the splendor.
There we go.
The end
end is nigh.
There we go. That was it was a little bit too difficult to AFK, so. A last mournful wail escapes the creature as it tumbles down. Its body unravels into smoke, swallowed by the void of the rift. Cleansed, the rift itself begins to glow, brightening like a nebula until you are suspended in a serene, cosmic drift. Hey, you told me, look! The white light is still there! With an excited bounce, Kisugi Ai grabs her sister's hands and pulls them eagerly towards the light. Right? You make no move to follow, staying rooted in place. If you enter the light, you should be able to go back to your world. Once you step through, this rift will close and I'll return to my own world. Up ahead, the three sisters come to a halt. As one, they turn to look back at you. I'm glad I got to meet you all, and thank you for the wonderful coffee. The feeling is mutual, and please accept our apologies for the trouble we've caused. Wait, I fucked that one up. I'm sorry. You're quite an interesting person. Your companions are remarkable too. If fate allows, I'd welcome another friendly competition with Mrs. Rabbit and Mrs. Fox. Could you say goodbye to Ween, Eugene, and Tetra for me? Tell them, even though I was always worried about getting home, being with them made me really happy. I'll tell them, I promise. And I hope everything goes well for you back in your world. You wave to the three sisters, biting them farewell, and watch as they fade into the light. Have you noticed that, like, their stances? He told me she, like, Grui's just like, let me give you one last ass shot before we leave. Kisugi Rui is the final one to go. With one foot poised to enter, she glances over her shoulder. Though our time together was brief, Chief, feeling the full weight of this power made me realize something. Your shackles, they're warm. Through them, we felt your kindness, your resolve. We're just passing travelers from another world. We probably have no right to say this, but I'll say it anyway. May you always stand firm in what you believe and protect everything precious to you. Thank you, travelers from another world. And I wish for you to stay as radiant as the angels you sought. May you find every treasure you're looking for. Then, goodbye. Goodbye. The final silhouette melts into the light. The radiant portal itself contracts, shrinking to a pinprick before vanishing. For real, for real. Hizomi is definitely redirecting the conversation. Around you, the unstable rift stutters violently, its mania-saturated structure buckling in on itself. You shut your eyes, bracing for the end of the journey. After another nauseating spin, you land with a soft thud on damp, fragrant soil. Then you open your eyes. Skyscrapers surround you, but at your feet is a resilient scrap of urban wilderness holding its ground. Above, through the urban haze, a clear patch of night sky opens, and it sparkles with the same impossible brilliance as the cosmos you gazed upon together within the rift. A few days later, the incident with the otherworld visitor keeps you late for days on end, handling all the aftermath and filling reports. Today, the pace finally breaks. With both hands, you lift a coffee cup to your lips, drinking in the warmth and the quiet. As you lower the empty cup, a sigh escapes you. I'm really gonna miss their coffee. As you open a drawer to resume your report, a familiar card catches your eye. It's resting right on top of your notebook. You remember how Kisugi Hitomi slipped into your pocket as she said goodbye on that last day. Back then, you were too busy helping them cross back home to look at it. You pick it up, the signature calling card, white with a red cat-shaped pattern. It reads, Chief, we're really glad we met you. If fate allows it, I hope our paths cross again. Sequel, let's go! Cat's Eye sequel, let's go! A few days later, a grainy photo spreading across the web has reignited heated debate throughout Eastside. Some say the phantom thieves known as Cat's Eye has stolen the Otherland Angels. Others claim they are Bureau operatives all along, and that the whole affair had been a coordinated sting to bring the marauders to justice. I mean, depending on whose legs they were, I could definitely imagine a very heated debate going on in certain circles of the internet. Just saying. The photo rides the wave of public fascination for 2 full days before finally receding. In its wake, under the dual scrutiny of the Public Security Bureau and the NBCC, Eastside's art collectors become markedly less inclined to advertise their treasures as challenges for thieves. Time, as it always does, begins to soften the edges of memory. The legend of the phantom thieves known as Cat's Eye fades, as does the recollection of the cozy little cafe that briefly served as their stage. I love this particular CG right here. So cozy. And so, at the close of this tale, let us pour a final cup. May we all find the things worthy of our love. Interesting. Hey, when's that cafe opening up back? Which one? The one on the east side pedestrian street. We passed by a bunch of times on missions. Oh, that one. Yeah, their espresso was solid, but man, it was always packed. Took ages just to order. What was it called again? Oh, right. Got it. It's called Cat's Eye. Right. That's the name. You know, I have a feeling it'll come back someday. A place that good doesn't just vanish. It's Hensiana sequel! Sequel bait! Hey, Sly Fox, eyes over here. See what I got. With a flourish, Priscilla presents an elegant white card before her partner. On its face is a stylized design of a red cat's head. Oh, how did you know I got my hands on a little souvenir from the legendary Phantom Thief group Cat's Eye? Was my aura just that dazzling? Who asked? I knew you'd think it's some back alley fake. Okay, fine. Look closer. See this embossing and this ink fitted just so? No cheap knockoff gets these details right. She smugly waves a little white card, loosening and tightening her grip as if deliberately teasing her partner. She looks away, but her fingers pause unconsciously at her sleeve cuff. Priscilla notices her partner's subtle movement all the same. Oh! Priscilla's grin broadens, and she edges closer to her partner's side. That's the face. The I'm secretly jealous but too proud to admit it face. Mid-sentence, she realizes her body feels impossibly heavy, as if filled with lead. Sensing something, she looks up at her partner beside her, only to find her own grin now sitting on her partner's face. How should I put this? Letting all that envy get to your head isn't exactly a good thing. You, with your dirty tricks! Casually, Fox plucks the card from her hand, then gives her partner a light pat on the cheek. Save your breath. This card is mine now. Say it again. Whose card is it? A voice, flat and emotionless, reaches them. Though not loud, it carries a chill that can tighten the spine of any sinner. Priscilla, Did you take something from me again? What? No, Chief. I was just borrowing it, right? I was totally gonna return it when I was done. Seriously. Chief, wait, not the shackles. We can talk this through. Don't worry. I'll make sure you're not alone. What? Hold on. I had no part in... You're not wriggling out of this one, you sly fox. Seizing Tetra's moment of distraction, Priscilla breaks her hold. They're on the verge of clashing when you act. In that instant, you release your shackles, winding them securely around both figures. From the air, the white card with its red cat design drifts down gently, coming to rest once more in your open palm, as though it had never been gone. I mean, Chief must have fallen really hard. Really, really hard to be like, give me that card back. Dang. I wonder if ordinary citizens can see the spikes, can see the shackles. With the incident concluded, the NBCC personnel prepared to return to headquarters. During the cleanup, the stubbornly inactive simulation device tumbles to the floor before you. Its power button blinks with a rhythmic breathing light. The pulse is gentle, but strange, out of sync with the moment, as if waiting for a response. Driven by instinct, your fingers brush against the glow. Instantly, the device activates itself. Whoosh! No sound announces it, and no projection materializes. The familiar simulation sequence fails to load. Instead, a wave of mania erupts and expands. You open your eyes. And find yourself standing in the final gallery the cat's eye ever walked through. All right, here we go. Shh. We're going to do our best. I guess I'm supposed to fail. That was a lot of lights. Come on, let's go. Oops, sorry. Wrong way. Nope. Damn, moved too fast. It's okay, I got this. There we go. What? Oh, that totally counted. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. I think I'm supposed to fail this part. No? Okay. Oh! Wait, what? How did that happen? Oh, I see how that happened. No, I don't know how that happened. Oh well. Come on, go, 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 go. Yes! Victory! One more. Your consciousness steadies. The ground solidifies underfoot. It reveals marble floors, silent exhibition halls, and the glint of surveillance cameras. This is unmistakably the gallery. You never made it back to reality after the last simulation ended. Searching for an anchor, you find a mirror. The reflection gazing out holds your own features. Is anyone there? Silence swallows your voice. But in the stillness, a wisp of mania floats beside you. An almost imperceptible touch, like a weightless finger, taps your shoulder and urges you forward. You step. It glides an inch ahead. You pause. It hovers, waiting. It's as though it's leading you for someone else. Drawing a breath, you follow it deeper into the hall. Ooh. Chief moves so slow. I also like how the chief's hair... But I also like how the chief's hair rendered first. See? Yeah, I guess we're following the cat-sized paths, huh? The treasure rests silently at your journey's end. You had seen its likeness countless times before, in simulation. You reach for it, lifting it gently from the stand. The instant your fingertips make contact, the texture on its surface trembles. Then, like grains of sand scattered by the wind, it slips from your palm. Its light, its metal, its form, all fade into nothing. Finally, only a thin slip of paper remains, floating down into your open hand. The note's script clearly reads, Chief, we are really glad we met you. If fate allows it, I hope our paths cross again. When you open your eyes again, the simulation device is still silent on the ground. You press the button. No light erupts. No surge of mania this time. The scene inside is simply a gallery, ordinary, belonging to Eastside. A quiet smile touches your lips. Without a word, you lay the device next to the cat's eye calling card, securing both within your collection. And that's it! Done before dinner! That is the stream. That was a very short stream. Very short event, only 4 hours. Oh, yes. Okay, go into the archive. Reads the archive. What? Okay, let's see. You have no particular preference when it comes to coffee, but if forced to choose, you would always pick a double espresso. No wonder Win says your coffee drink choice is bitter as hell. Yeah, it's yeah. Lately, you find yourself visiting the newly opened Cat's Eye Cafe more often, where the coffee carries a unique flavor unlike any other. As the investigation progresses, you gradually form a subtle connection with the cafe's owners. In the end, you seal a dimensional rift and send the three sisters back to their own world. From time to time, you still think of them, of this tale about mysterious thieves, art pieces, and coffee. Perhaps someday you'll meet again. Very subtle connection. Brought to this unfamiliar world by a dimensional rift, the three sisters find themselves stranded. As the eldest, Rui quickly studies the others and makes a clear-eyed decision. The key to their return lies in a painting known as the Otherland Angels. They open the cafe as a temporary base, quietly gathering clues on how to piece their way home. In time, the sisters recover all of the pieces of the Otherland Angels. With the chief's aid, they traverse the dimensional rift once more and return to their own world. The Otherland Angels is a painting left behind by the three sisters' fathers, and the very key that brought them to this world. In the operation to collect the painting's pieces, Isuki Hitomi takes the lead on the front lines, as she always has. To her, infiltration, pursuit, and acquisition are as natural as breathing. In the end, with Chief's help, Isuki Hitomi returns to her own world alongside her sisters. Before leaving, Hitomi gently bids farewell to the companion of this journey, slipping one final card into the Chief's palms. With a keen eye for appraising artwork and a gift for gathering intelligence, Kisuki Ai swiftly uncovers clues related to the Otherland Angels. She also serves as the team's tech specialist, using her skills to provide crucial support during missions. In the end, Ai returns to her own world alongside her sisters. Though she has faced many adventures in this unfamiliar place, she has also made quite a few friends. Even amid moments of fear and uncertainty, her youthful spirit allows her to look back on the experience as a fond memory. With cooperation of Priscilla and Tetra, the case of mysterious thieves targeting famous paintings is brought to a successful conclusion. As a comeback operation for Fox and Rabbit, the mission has been executed nearly flawlessly. It's been too long since she last felt such exhilaration. Already, she looks forward to the next time she steps into the spotlight. Yes, when are we getting them in the main story? We need. With the collaboration of her longtime partner Priscilla, the theft case is ultimately brought to a satisfying conclusion, and the dimensional rift is successfully sealed thanks to Chief's efforts. Fox and Rabbit have returned to the stage in Eastside, this time as upholders of law and order. If given the chance, she hopes to fight side by side with that silly rabbit once again. A clerk at the Mino Bureau of Crisis Control. Due to Marauder's case, she is temporarily assigned to field operations by the Bureau. For some reason, she appears particularly attentive to Chief and Eugene's mission schedule. During a break between the tasks, she runs into Chief and Eugene, and the three decide to unwind at a newly opened cafe. Chief generously offers the treat, allowing Win to have a latte that surpasses all of her expectations. The cafe's owners are also quite amiable, leaving her with a generally favorable impression. Throughout the theft incident, Win, as a critical staff member, cannot fight alongside Chief on the front lines. Nevertheless, she contributes meaningfully through intelligence support and operational coordination. Approaching her duties with a light-hearted attitude, she radiates cheerful energy to those around her, yet remains exceptionally dependable when it counts. That's Win for you! She's cute. I like her. Let's see. While conducting field work with Chief, they encountered Win, and the three share a casual gathering at Cat's Eye Cafe. Preoccupied with the case, Eugene pays little attention to the coffee choices, simply orders the same as Chief. In a line of work where life often hangs by a thread, such moments of respite seems all the more valuable. During the theft investigation, Eugene collaborates with Fox and Rabbit, providing critical operation support to Chief. In every mission, beyond Chief and the formidable sinners, it is also the dedication of ordinary operatives like him that ensures its success. Once this case is closed, he wants to invite Chief and Win out for coffee again. Wait, did we somehow accidentally have Chief end up in a weird little Threesome? A trio? Is Chief Win and Eugene now a no? Not a trio? Okay. There's an awkward third wheel. Yeah, Chief is the third wheel.
愛だよ。
Yes.
僕に任せてね。
There we go. Da, 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 da. All right. And that's it.
今日は
That's all I got.
どういうことがあるかな。
I'll buy. Oh, wait, shit. All right, who am I spinning this ticket on? One, two. I have them both at S1. No, no, we are not doing a 10 count. I have one ticket. One ticket. There you go.
There's nothing to be happy
Nobody.
about catching someone like me, right?
All right, that's it. We're good. We're done. We're done. Thank you guys for coming. Next week we'll probably do Margaret's interrogation next week, and then depending on what else is going on, we'll maybe start chapter 13, or we'll save chapter 13 for some other time. But thank you guys all for coming. I hope you all had a good time. And I will talk to you next time.